And good evening. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, and welcome. As it looks as though the threat of severe weather is beginning, we will most likely have a couple rounds of this. We've got a round that is beginning now of severe thunderstorms, and we'll have a more severe round most likely coming up somewhere between 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. is what it is looking like at this point. Now, it's Mother Nature. It can change in the drop of a hat, but we've got some wind that we really need to pay attention to that is coming out of Scott County right around Forest into Neshoba County at this point. We have a pretty good little thunder boomer going on in Lauderdale County now. No warning, but it is there. We do have a warning for Scott. We have one for Neshoba County and also Newton County. Let's get into radar and show you exactly what's going on. If you live in western Newton County, heads up and pay attention to what we have going on with this system. As we pull this up, as you'll notice here on radar, here's Lauderdale County. We've got a storm here. We'll start here and just quickly tell you what's going on with it. It's going to make it to Poplar Springs Drive within 10 minutes. It will be at Marion in 19 minutes and then on into Russell within the next 27 minutes. Right now, heading across, let's turn on some locations and look what we've got. Now, again, no warning right here. This is just north of MCC, and we'll cut across right where Meridian High School is and then across where Lamar School is on into Marion. Again, with that is just some rain is what we've got at this point. No warning associated with it. Now, let's move over. A pretty good little thunder boomer going on here at the Red Goat there on I-20, right down from the Veterans Cemetery. The one that we want to watch here, I've been seeing this, and there's shear winds. Newton County, be ready. You're going to take in some serious wind and rain in the next few moments. Let's check this out right here at Highway 80 at the county line. It's 58-mile-an-hour shear winds involved with this storm here. Above 80, here's another one that has, at this point, let me see here what we're pulling on this one. Pulling 58-mile-an-hour shear winds also, and that's in Town is where that is, right there in Scott County, if you'll look at that. Now, we've got another storm that has just now crossed into the Newton County area and is going to be going just north of Lazy Boy. This is going to go right across where Lawrence is. If you live in Lawrence, be ready. You will have a storm crossing there within the next 13 minutes, then on into the city limits of Newton within 21 minutes. Just shy of the head of it, the center point of it, missing just a few, half a mile or so from Turkey Creek. But Turkey Creek in that will get wet. We have another system, leading edge, that is, if you'll see here, this is all headed to Neshoba. That's going to be at Decatur within a half hour. Right there is where this will be. In the center of this will come across on Highway 15, say some 10 miles away from the county line. We have a third system that is moving out of Scott County that will move into Neshoba County right here. Let's look at this. This is going to be affecting Steele, Piketown, Damascus within 15 minutes. Sebastopol, you will have this storm within 20 minutes right here. And then on into Neshoba County, as we'll see this right there. Now, that's going to be 492 is where that will cross. This is 489. 489 is going to have a storm cross it here, and then another one here on the northern end of that. A lot of shear winds involved with this, and as we've often talked about, this can do damage and knock down trees, power lines, limbs. Now, this shear wind has now moved into Newton County. Let's look a little bit closer on that and zoom in so you can see what this is happening here. Well, it moved back and forth. So be right there. Let's look at that. 58-mile-an-hour shear winds now in the heart of Newton County. And let's look at where this is located. Here's County Road, Mississippi 489. If we go right here, and let's zoom in on this where everybody can see this. This is going to be Graham Harrison Road, Lawrence Hazel Road. As we go north, it's going to be due north of there and just to the east of Lawrence Conahatta Road. Right there, it's on the rural route now, and some pine trees with heavy, heavy wind. This is on the leading edge of this storm as it comes into Newton County. Now, this storm is right on the Newton County line now. The front edge of this crossing over 489. Look at the rain that we've got here. Here's 489. This is Highway 80 due north of there at the county line, making its way. So if you live in the Decatur area, be prepared. It's going to be a lot of rain and a lot of wind approach that here in the next few moments. We don't want anybody to be caught off guard by there. And as you watch this, the storm is going to cut across. It's going to nip right through there. Now let's go back over here to Lauderdale County and look at what's going on here. Now again, we don't have a warning in Lauderdale County, but boy, look at the rain that is occurring. Out by the carousel right here, just due north of MCC, we have this coming to Marion in 17 minutes. And let me see here. Let me do a reboot here to make sure that this is all up to date and has the absolute very latest here that we've got. All right, as we refresh this, we'll come up here and take a look here. Right there. This is coming across toward Marion, and we'll be at Marion in 5 minutes, and we'll be at Lockhart within 21 minutes. No warnings, but a lot of rain, and this is going to be moving across the northeast corner of Lauderdale County. That will head right toward Dalewood is where this storm is leading out of downtown Meridian, headed to that direction. So be ready for that. A lot of rain with it. The main concern, y'all look at this. Here's Meridian. Here's Newton County. Now, let's look at our lines. This is going to be the northern portion of Newton County at this point that is getting these storms. All right, let's see what I just had come in. Let me just... Yeah, we're under a tornado watch until 11 p.m. As we look at these lines, this follows us right across through Newton. And let's look here a little closer as to how this severe thunderstorm watch follows. It will come across at Myers Processing right by the high school, then over to the Red Goat. Go north of there on, what is this? This is going to be Chunky Duffy Road right to the county line. Follow it due north and go all the way to the top of the county into Neshoba County, just shy of reaching the Tucker School. Matter of fact, right there is the line, as we'll see that Linwood Baptist Church is where the line is across the other side, crossing 491 and back down. Now, no other counties have been added at this point. And again, this is the early portion of what somebody had asked me earlier today when I thought the timeline would be somewhere around 5 o'clock. And this is that first round that we're watching here. And that wind shear is serious. If you live just due west of Turkey Creek, anywhere in here due north of Lawrence, be prepared for what this is doing. Matter of fact, while we're doing this, let's turn this down. Let's turn on our damaging wind so you can see what is going on with the severe winds that are happening in Newton County. Let's just see. As you see, look at that. That's strong. It's on that west side of Newton County back into Scott County. Now, we are having over downtown Meridian and southward out towards Stuckey's Bridge, Dunn's Falls, some pretty serious wind. It's about equal in the heart of that it is over here. All right, let's check and see if we've got any hail mixed in with this storm. I know we've had hail off and on all day. Now, look at that. If you live on that west side of Newton, a lot of hail with this. Scott County, Newton County line is where that hail is. Damaging. Had someone mention that they had a car that was dinged up pretty bad this morning from what came through. That is strong right there. Let's turn that off where we can look at this. As we look at Neshoba County, here's the shear winds, and we've got two different ones coming in. So Neshoba County, y'all be ready. This is headed in your direction, southern Neshoba County. It is not there yet, but it's making its way towards you there. Still just rain in Lauderdale County. Let's back out and look at this so everybody can see what is coming. We haven't shown that bird's eye view of this. Now, south of Quitman, here at Wayne County, this is going to be Waynesboro is where this is, a severe thunderstorm warning in effect there also. Let me turn this back on. I somehow or another didn't do that correctly. Wayne County is under a severe thunderstorm warning until 5:15. This will clip and go right on into Alabama to where they have a 5:15 severe thunderstorm warning also, and that's going to cover Choctaw and Wayne County, Mississippi all at one time there. Right there is what we've got on that storm. We can close that out. As we look back here, look at what is coming up on Vicksburg. If you're watching us from the Vicksburg area, be well aware of your surroundings. Now, all of this is strictly, at this point, severe thunderstorm warnings that we've got in the state. But look at this rain that is making its way in here, and all these different lines. It's lit up like a Christmas tree, isn't it? This is going to go toward, let's see here. Here's Madison Ridgeland. This is here's Edwards here. Here's Highway 61 is moving northeasterly back toward, just to the west of Madison, will make its way toward Goodman. All right. Areas of concern as you see all of this building here. And remember, these storms are moving northeasterly. You see this back in this direction here, Alexandria, Louisiana. That will make its way into Mississippi and will head in this direction toward the Meridian area across Smith County a little bit later on. That will be that second round that we get a little bit later on. So this is far from over tonight. Now, let's take a good look of the big change that happened today. When we first started talking about today, we were looking at maybe it was going to be a level 2, and then it went to a 3. And I'd gone to get something from my mother, and then bang, it was a 4. Let's turn this on so you can see this. Storm prediction as we turn this on right here. All of this red is a level 4, where, like we watched in those early storms that happened where Rolling Fork was destroyed. This is that bullseye zone to where tornadic activity can happen. Let's look at it here. Let's zoom in and cover all the areas. If you live in York, Alabama, Lisbon, Butler, Silas, Millery, down to Chatham, Alabama, over to Thomasville, these areas here, Selma, Montgomery, you are all the way over to Montgomery in this zone. Now, as you'll see here, this is a little different. A lot of times the red, and this isn't always true, but I've seen it more times than often, to where if it starts here on the edge of Mississippi, it means, well, the storms will kind of start here, and the further east they go toward Bama, the worse they get. As you'll notice, this is starting tonight in Alexandria, Louisiana for that red zone. So it has time to develop, and as it comes across Mississippi, it builds and gets a little bit worse and a little bit worse. That's not always the way it works out, but a good number of times it is. So it's something to just keep in mind with this. Do take this storm with seriousness. I'm not sure that everybody's had a chance to see what went on in Mississippi the other night, the true pictures of what went on. It doesn't matter if you've got a brick house, you've got a mobile home. When that tornado hits, when it's those high rate of winds, it destroys what's there. So make plans now. If you're watching this, you live in Meridian, let's go up here and look at this, the northern end of this, of where these zones are. This is a 3, very dangerous also in Kemper County. It gets a little worse there. NAS Meridian is the line straight across in Lauderdale County. It will go right over here to, it's going to be the Sumter County High School. Now, let's go across Cuba. McElroy Trucking, you're involved in this. That line right there at NAS Meridian, that back gate there at Lauderdale, it cuts across. It will go right across right at Covington's Fish Farms. Let's zoom in on this a little bit. And that line right in between there, you go past Stennis Drive, and in between there in Daleville with the Sam Dale Monument, it'll go to a level 3. Cuts all the way across, about right there where West Lauderdale Elementary is, across. And this is going to be right here at the Little Rock Post Office. That's the line of, and it's just dead across all the way back to Scott County and to Jackson with that level 4. Now, as you'll see here, we've got these counties right here, Leake, Neshoba, and also Kemper County under a level 3, and on into Epps, Alabama, and these areas. This is still dangerous, very dangerous zone 3. This is that level 2 of Kosciuszko, Winston County, and also into Noxubee County. Now, you can never rule out that tornadoes can happen here, because I have seen that happen before. But it is more likely that it will be in this red zone taking effect tonight. And when I tell you, please take me serious on this, sometimes the warnings have gotten better as time has progressed. But when these warnings go off, seek your safe place. This could be a very, very bad year for tornadic activity. We've already seen what it's done. 25 fellow Mississippians, bless their souls, are gone now due to a tornado. Minding their own business, going about their everyday life, are gone from us now due to a storm. We don't want you to be a statistic. We want you to take these serious tonight. Now, let's turn this off. And again, the things that I go over, and being with all seriousness of this, let me turn this off here. This is in no means a scare tactic whatsoever. It's your life that we're talking about it. I'd rather be a little off and you walk away from it and go, oh, Scotty Ray, he missed that one. Let's hope that's the case tonight and this evening as we move forward. Now, this severe tornado watch, let's pull this back up and look at this yellow again, folks. This is the yellow. This is our tornado watch area, including Kemper County, Neshoba County, Carthage. These are the areas that it could happen tonight, and that's going to go till 11 p.m. Serious matter that we're watching here as we come across and look at all these counties. Let's shrink that down where you got a better picture. This goes all the way down to Wiggins. Picayune is involved in this tornado watch tonight till 11. All right, let's go back up here to Neshoba County. And again, I'm not trying to scare anybody. We're trying to put you the odds in your favor. I've mentioned before, make sure you've got a NOAA weather radio. They're loud, they are obnoxious, but they let you know something is coming. Turn on your notifications on your cell phone. Follow my pages. You can either follow me here on Facebook, you can follow me on YouTube and get notified. Like, subscribe, get notified. Follow on Facebook, and it'll give you a little alert when we go live to let you know when these things are getting close to us. Now, let's go back here and look here what we got in Neshoba County. The shear winds have died down. It has not died down in the intensity of rain. Here's Decatur. This storm is fast approaching Decatur in the next few moments. It should be there within 12 minutes. If you're watching in the Decatur area tonight, make sure that you're aware of what's going on. All right, let's look at this second leg. Now, Scott County is getting close. The west side of Scott County is all good right now. It's right here at the county line as we zoom in and look at this. Right there is where we've got that issue there. This storm is going to be near Union, Mississippi within the next 23 minutes. That four-way stop over there, right there. Y'all be prepared for what's coming. A little small shower around Hickory, but the worst of the worst is Highway 15 and west back to the county line at Scott County. Let's just zip over here and take a look. Whatever's going over here will affect us later. As we'll see here, the Jackson area, we got a storm that's right on top of Jackson, and we'll be at Pearl and Flowood within the next 5 minutes. So if you've got family, friends in that area, make absolutely sure that they know what's going on there. Let's see here. We are getting reports of lots of hail near Conahatta. Lake, Mississippi, getting pretty much the size of a golf ball by the picture that I was just sent. Something to be concerned with. Hail is dangerous. As we come back across here, as we get into the Jackson area, and we move right on over, let's take a look here. Here's Vicksburg. In between Vicksburg and Jackson, look at that area there. Now, let's do this to where, as I talked to somebody earlier this morning, they said, man, it was lit up. I couldn't hardly tell. So let's turn this off just a second. Let's turn radar off so you can see where the watches are on this. Now, anything yellow that you see on this map is a tornado watch. Any gold box is a thunderstorm warning, as we'll see those. Anything that you see red on this radar that's a square is a tornado warning, which is fortunate. I don't see a 1 on the screen at this point. And as you'll see, this goes back over here to Conroe, Texas, as it comes across. Getting a lot of hail there just south of Alexandria. Look at the hail there. So this storm is noted for the hail that's involved with it. All right. No major differences there. Let me go here and take a look here and see if we've got any new messages of what's going on. Let's see. All right, we're getting, let's see here, broadcast media reporting the hail size, quarter-size hail in Newton County. Lake also getting that as well as we see that. Ooh, boy, that's a bunch there. Severe warning there in Jackson Metro. 70-mile-an-hour winds mixed in with this severe thunderstorm warning that's in Jackson right now. Ping-pong size hail reported in Vicksburg. If you're watching from there this afternoon, Vicksburg ping-pong size hail hitting there. And the social media reports are correct of what we've got going on there. All right, let's just check and see about power outages. Let's go here and pull this stuff up where you can take a look. So far, EMEPA looks good. Let's do a refresh to make sure nothing has changed in the last few moments. All systems are a go there. Let's look at the state of Mississippi of where we are with power as it's been coming across here. Right now, there's 8,000 people in the state of Mississippi without power. Let's look to see where that is. Right there at the state line, look at that. Over near Vicksburg, Issaquahna County, only 1. We've got Sharkey County with 871 people out. We've got Warren County, that's Vicksburg, 2,600 people without power as we go up here to Atala County, 500, about 140 people in Carroll County. And we look at Montgomery County, that's huge, 3,200 people without power. Now, this is going to deal with these storms that roll through that they have not gotten the power back on. This is current. What's happening now, this is where the storms hit last time as to why the power is still showing there. That's huge. That's a lot of people. Donna Etheridge, how are you doing? Watching from Clark County, Tracy Stinson joining us. Glad that you're here. Now, let's check right here. Let's check Central Electric, make sure that they don't have anything, no power out in those areas either. So we're getting better with that. Thank goodness none of that is out. Let's turn back on radar and take a look at what we have. Things are calming down in Lauderdale County. It's out of the city of Meridian and moving to the northeast from Marion toward Dalewood, as we talked about before. So Dalewood, be ready. I know it's raining there, but a little bit harder rain is on the way. We are seeing some breakup now in Newton County. If y'all look at this Union, y'all got rain on you. It's a little heavier just south of town. This storm, as we look at this, Decatur, this is all on top of you. Decatur, 5 minutes, the eye of this storm will be passing over the campus there at ECC. Now, again, this is a thunderstorm warning. I don't want anybody to take me wrong about what we've got right now. This is just the beginning of what's going to be happening tonight. As we watch this, I think it's important that we watch all of this as it nears us. It sets you up, you understand what is coming. Now, this is going to expire in roughly, we got 23 minutes remaining on this severe thunderstorm warning. We're going to stay with this until this warning expires. And then behind the scenes, I'll be here watching all of this as these storms get near us. And hopefully they'll be out of the area by 11 o'clock. Again, the scan that I looked at earlier as I was going through all of this kept showing that some of our worst of the worst weather would begin somewhere close to 7 o'clock. Last until 9 o'clock. It could go further. It's Mother Nature. I had, as I watched these storms here this afternoon, it started showing that it's just about dead on. Between 4:30 and 5, we would have a storm in Newton County, and we do have that. Now, this is going to make its way out of Newton eventually on into Kemper County. Not raining really in Kemper County. We're getting some reports there of rain at Dalewood now. Susie, thank you for letting us know. Joey Bird, how are you doing? Let's see. Inez Chance, how are you doing? Watching Newton County. Let's see here. As we glance over, Nacogdoches, did I pronounce that correct? A lot of rain right there. All right, as we glance here, Ruston, Louisiana, a little bit of a shower there. Here's a concern, and this is going to move into Mississippi, this lower portion here. This is the area, basically here, I-20 is this corridor. This stuff, as it comes across, is going to be making havoc here. Now, again, that's our entire scanned area that we're going to be watching. Let's zoom in on this in Louisiana and take a look at what we've got over in Louisiana. This is Forest Hill. As we look at this, what kind of shear winds do we have going with this? 58-mile-an-hour shear winds, and this will make its way toward Oklahoma, Fifth Ward, Belleville, and I believe that's Cocoville, Louisiana. As you'll see some of this, here's Cotton Point, all of these areas here, expect that. As we look up, let's go back up here to Vicksburg. Now, I'm watching all of this severe thunderstorm warning, Wayne County. We've still got this in Neshoba and Newton counties. But Vicksburg, it is taking a regular pounding right now. All of these storms centered upon Vicksburg as it makes its way through there. Vicksburg, you've got another storm within 9 minutes coming your direction. Followed by a second storm. We'll be there in 30 minutes. So as one ends, another one will start. Port Gibson, a lot of rain in that area also. Let's see here. I'm checking a few things. All right, let's glance back here. I had some questions about Bossier City. That's over here near Shreveport. Most of the weather is going to be east of Bossier City at this point. It's making its way due east of these storms. Nothing really around it right now. As we come down, it's all going to be east of there at this point. Some showers, but nothing bad there right now. I appreciate y'all watching from that area. Let's see what else other questions that we have about this. Lots of pouring down rain. This was a little bit earlier there on 10th Avenue in Meridian. A lot of thunder. Butler, Alabama Storm Shelter will be opening at 5 o'clock. Please list your area shelters for your communities. Avery, thank you for listing it. Now, Lauderdale County doesn't have any. So I'm assuming that Butler, Alabama, and those areas do have community storm shelters, and I appreciate you mentioning that. If you're watching and your area has a place like that, please list that so others will know where they can go. All right, let's go down. I'm trying to make sure I've got most of these. Clark County right now, not bad at all. Everything is below Clark County at this point. As you'll see here, we got a storm that's down here in Wayne that will make its way right there towards Shibuya in the next few moments. Nothing major, no warnings involved with that. Now, again, over here on this east side of Lauderdale County, still cutting up. Now, you see this just come up. This is where it was reported just a little bit earlier about the hail, how big that was. Conahatta, y'all got a bunch that came down through there. Let's turn back on this CNI machine down here where you can take a look at what that was with that hail that came through. Here's that hail path. And see, that matches all of that. There's another hail path that's been listed. And we've gotten some light. If you're watching from Decatur, y'all see that too. There's been some light hail in that area also. We have now roughly 19 minutes remaining on the severe thunderstorm warning that is here in Newton and also in Neshoba counties. Turn that back off. All right, let's look at a few of our locations of what we got. We really want to pay attention to what's going back over here to our west. This will affect us later at some point. Let's put this in motion. Let me show you the whole state here where you can see this. All right, here's the state of Mississippi. Here's the line right there. As you can see the breakdown. Let's play this to where you can see the direction of the storm and how it's doing. You see how it built? Moving quickly to the northeast across there. Now, with a lot of these storms, they can change direction. I've seen it done. That's when you really get some bad weather. But we're moving northeasterly at this point. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning. Let's look at this. Here's Scott County, a severe thunderstorm warning here until 5:15. The National Weather Service tells us that Rankin, Hines, and Madison County now are under severe thunderstorm until 5:45. It's located over Bolton or near the Clinton community, moving northeast or moving east at 45 miles an hour. 4:46 a few moments ago, the National Weather Service located that storm over Bolton. And look at that, 2-inch size hail is the hazard and 70-mile-an-hour wind gust involved with this around the Jackson, Mississippi area. So you'll look at that right there. We'll look at this storm here. This is going to be in the downtown Jackson area metro in 10 minutes. We'll reach Pearl in 14 minutes and then on into Flowood. I think I heard somebody say cupcakes every time they think of that. Flowood. Thundering in Dixon. Tina, thank you for letting us know on that one. Sitting on the front porch out on the swing there in Shucktown. It's always nice and breezy when it's calm before the storm, so to speak. We've got a lot of rain right there at Bolton. That's a severe thunderstorm warning also as we look at this until 5:15. And that's going to be Hines County there at Bolton. It's still some of the worst weather that we've got around the Jackson area. Canton, y'all are going to get your share here in the next few moments as that rain heads your direction. As we come back east, and again, y'all look at this. This is going to be coming through Carthage in the next little bit and on into Philadelphia. Now, we've moved our line, and Newton County has moved further east. We're going to follow Highway 15. Let's look at that. Here's Highway 15, due north of Newton. This is where the line is, right up to Union. And then east back over in the county. Let's look at our locations of what is still involved in this. The Dollar General right there in Union, still in this watch box area as it cuts across right there, basically maybe a half a mile due north of our friends there at Talbot Enterprises. Y'all are still under this severe thunderstorm warning. Turkey Creek, you are out of the area now. It's past you. You're in your safe zone. The storm is right there at Newton County High School. Not far from there, you'll find the Newton County Sheriff's Office. I don't know where I'm at. Heavy rain there also. Breaking up there at the Lazy Boy plant. It's a little bit due north of y'all now. You're going to get another rain shower across there, but at the moment, not so bad. This is pounding down. Let's zoom in on this. This is 5:03. This is going to be reaching Good Hope in 13 minutes. We'll be at Hubbard in 18 minutes and Little Rock within 19 minutes. And then Duffy will get this storm within the next 24 minutes. Now, we've got roughly now 13 minutes remaining on this severe thunderstorm warning as it winds down for Newton County at 5:15. Everything is still under a tornado watch. As we come here, this storm that we've got in Lauderdale County, and again, it looks a whole lot better. We're showing showers from Rainbow Lakes all the way over to about halfway across Dalewood and south, taking in all the southern portion of Dalewood. Light showers on the north end up toward the Ralph Morgan Rodeo. And look at that, we've seen that we've had hail in that area also. A little bit of light rain out in the West Lauderdale area. Now, as we look here, Lauderdale County now under a severe thunderstorm warning as this is extending and coming from the west side as we follow this storm right here. It's coming into Lauderdale County. It's going to be right there at Battlefield and then on into Kemper County. Let's see how long we've got on this one. Till 6 o'clock. Another hour remaining on that. We may spend a good bit of time together tonight. Certainly looking at it. So we've got and again, as we look at this is not near as bad as it was just a little bit ago. This could die out before then. We would love for that to happen, but we do know that this is headed for Lauderdale County. It's going to be on the West Lauderdale side. So if you live on this western side of Lauderdale County, be prepared. Let's look at our lines of where this is going to fall tonight, where the lines are and just exactly where it is. This is going to cut across in Lauderdale County right there at the back porch. Go east, northeast across the county right at Northeast Lauderdale High School and make it over here to Highway 45. It will go due north, taking in the Naval Base and everything north of that way. It goes on into Kemper County, and it will not make it over to the Cowboy Church. But the folks that live near Kemper Springs, if you live in Blackwater, or if you're on 493 around the coal plant, you're involved in this. And also right there at the New Hope Volunteer Fire Department and the Damascus Fire Department is the line in Kemper County for this severe thunderstorm warning that has been issued until 6 o'clock. As you see, there's two storms that are headed that direction. So y'all be ready in Kemper County and also this northern side, northwestern corner of Lauderdale County. Still pouring rain in Decatur. Anybody watching from Decatur? It's there. This puts this storm again at Good Hope within the next 12 minutes in Duffy. Y'all will get this. All right, let me do a reboot on this. A refresh and see what we've got. Turn those off so we can see. It has weakened. We do have two cells that are pretty big there in Newton County. All right, let's step back here. And this is not looking any better back over here in the Jackson area of what's going to make its way across the counties. Pretty bad stuff. As we come here, let's talk about Wayne County, Clark County, and Gilbertown, Alabama, and Toxie and those areas. A lot of weather is headed that way toward Alabama. Let's look at these wind shears that are headed there, 58-mile-an-hour shear winds that are moving toward Alabama. It's right on the state line, right out of that watch box. Silas, Alabama, you'll have this storm in 23 minutes as it makes its way toward Highway 17 right there. Again, this is coming out of Wayne County, Mississippi. The severe thunderstorm warning will last until 5:15 for our friends there in southwestern Choctaw. Wayne County will also expire here in a few moments. But we have a storm that's going to be moving. See this rain here? Just above Highway 84, that's going to move through Shabuta in the next few moments. And again, all this takes in Toxie, Gilbertown, all of y'all are included in this severe thunderstorm warning that has roughly 9 minutes remaining on it. We do see some development down here. Here's Purvis, some showers beginning. Here's that Jackson. Let's go back into Jackson. I know we have a few folks that are watching from the Jackson, Mississippi area as this comes across. I want you to see this as we get here in the Jackson metro area. Here's Clinton. Here's 220. I think we've all had to drive on 220 at some point. Very dangerous little interstate system there. As we see that, they got 58 mile an hour shear winds there in Jackson. As you look at this is going to be on South Drive. Is where that is. Darius Drive, right along in there in the downtown area of Jackson is where that is. Here's the Metro Center. I'm sure that y'all have been there before. Kind of a familiar place. Airport there. Now we've got a lot of rain right here where 20 and 55 meet. Right there, Highway 49, where you'd go on down toward Hattiesburg, that area there where that split is. All of that area, pouring rain, a very dangerous curve there. Kind of like our curve we got where 59 and 20 always meet, and there's always an accident there. We see that these severe thunderstorms, let's back out here. Carthage, all of this is moving toward Carthage. So that's going to catch that northern end of Philadelphia up here as this exits right across through there. So no surprises. Let's be prepared. And we're still watching all of this right here. This expires in just a few moments. They're leaving this up for Lauderdale County. And as we just get the hail report there, huge hail. If you're in the Duffy area, be prepared. You're going to have hail. Also, our friends in Martin. Best be finding a good place to park your car in the next few moments if you live in those areas. Also, Rio. We get a large portion of hail. Y'all see that? That's that path right there. Let's zoom in on this. Turn on some locations of what's coming here. This is going to, through the rural route, track right across where Battlefield is. Now it will cross Highway 19. Here's West Lauderdale High School. Here's the Piggly Wiggly. This is going to be right there at the county line. Here's Highway 491. It'll be just due south of there. Right now, here's Highway 494. This is on the rural route. Here's Good Hope Church there in Newton County. That's where that is, and it's going to cross Blackwell Road is the name of that, where this is, right on top of that. In Newton County as it makes its way toward the Lauderdale County line. Hail, hail, and more hail is what we've got. Now, we've got plenty of time before these storms reach tornadic activity night, and we're not there yet. As I've mentioned, please take plans to plan ahead with this. Put some hard sole shoes on. If you've looked at those pictures to where houses look like toothpicks, if you were thrown and had to walk, it would be nails, and you don't want a soft shoe on. You want something that's hard in case that were to happen to you. Football helmets, basketball helmets, whatever you've got to protect your head when these storms get near you and these tornado warnings are issued, put those on your head. Very, very important to save lives. Malia, she's telling us it is hailing in Decatur and in Hickory at this point. Hope everything's good with you there. As Ella Morse says, protect friends and family in Mississippi. We do need those. Prayer does a whole lot there. I had a comment there of update for Duffy. And if you'll see this, the hail is going to cross right through that area there at Duffy. This is strong, strong rain and a lot of hail that's fishing across there at Duffy. And right there is the fire department. That's the Duffy Volunteer Fire Department. As you can see, it's just about a half a mile where the center of this. Now, it's still going to be hailing there, but it will be about a half a mile to 1 mile at most down 494 from there and then cross due north of there on the Chunky Duffy Road. Now, we're seeing some lightning strikes. We've had several. They're right there, right at the school. That struck at 5:05 about 6 minutes ago. Now, we got 6 minutes remaining on this severe thunderstorm warning that was issued for Newton County. It will expire across the county line into Lauderdale County. This will last until 6 p.m. if it carries through the entire hour. Tornado watch until 11 o'clock. All of this area involved with a tornado watch. Let's see what's happening in Clark County. We hadn't looked back down here in a while. Still strong thunderstorms there in Wayne County making their way to Gilbertown. Toxian will make its way on toward Butler in the next little bit. Silas, Alabama, getting beat up on right now with these storms. Right there coming across. Just south of Shibuda, there on Highway 45 in between there and Waynesboro. A lot of rain if you've got to go that direction. In between Shibuda and all the way to the Lauderdale County line, it's all good. No problems at all. All right, let's go back now and let's take a look at our outages of what we've got, make sure nothing has changed. Let's go here and pull this up and refresh. EMEPA, all things are good. Let's check out nothing new there. Let's check out Newton County. We are showing 3 people without power now in the lake area. It's nothing major unless you're one of those 3, correct? And as we look here in Newton, we've got about 19 people in the city of Newton without power. And as you get back over in here in the McGee area, about 12. So a little bit of power has gone out, and that's been due to all this wind that we've had. Most likely when it's that few, like 19 or so, it is most definitely a power line that got hit by a limb in 99% of the cases that deals with this. Now let me go back here and see if we've gotten any updates from the National Weather Service. I've gotten any emails. Quarter-size hail in southwest Madison County being reported. Heavy rain and pea-size hail, Lakeland Drive, as we were looking at Jackson just a moment ago. Dime-size hail in Laurelwood. All right, Bolton, Mississippi. Bolton, Mississippi, we have a roof blown off the volunteer fire station. Bolton, Mississippi. Tree down on Thompson Road in the Jackson area. As we keep getting these... All right, thunderstorm warning as we look at this Hinds County. It says considerable wind with this. 70-mile-an-hour shear winds being involved with this in Jackson. 2-inch size hail observed. So that's happening now in the Jackson area for Hinds, Madison, and Rankin County until 5:45, that severe thunderstorm warning. But a lot of issues going on with that. Power flashes are happening now in downtown Jackson, Mississippi is what we're getting on that. So that's a strong storm to be doing that to the Jackson area. Blinking, most likely is going to be more power going out in that area also. Let's see here. Nothing new on that. All right, let's go back and pull up radar. All right, we got some shear winds that are occurring right down here in Wayne where we were a minute ago. 58-mile-an-hour shear winds right there at the state line near Silas, Alabama. All right, let me check here. Make sure I hadn't missed anything. So did I make a mistake a minute ago and say basketball helmets? Whoops. Baseball. Football. I may have said that. My mess up on that. I got a text that question mark, question mark. Whoops. You never know. They got them in rodeos too. Let's see what else we got here. All right, the severe thunderstorm warning has expired for Wayne County and is now moved into Sumter County and these areas, Choctaw County, Alabama, as we look at here until 6 p.m. That's what we've got here. Clark County, Alabama, and southwestern Choctaw County. That's what we've got. It didn't quite make it all the way up to Sumter County. Now, the severe thunderstorm warning has now expired for Newton County. Y'all in the clear. It's still raining there, and this is making its way toward Lauderdale and Kemper counties. We will see if this lasts until 6 o'clock. Let's click here and see what we've got. This is going to be in Martin in 13 minutes. Duffy, it's on you right now. You're in the center of this storm. As it makes its way across here, Shucktown, y'all be ready in 20 minutes. Prismatic in 26 minutes. And Klondike, you will have the storm in 27 minutes. Now, as we turn on locations to make it a little bit clearer to understand where all this goes. Right here is the Piggly Wiggly. This is going to be this line of the next 30 minutes is going to be a few feet. This would put it right there at Collinsville First Baptist Church. Right there is where this is cutting across. West Lauderdale High School, Elementary, and Chet's, you are the line of this storm as it comes across. And then it will cross 495 on into Kemper County and 493 northeasterly across there. And if it stays on its current path, Daleville will be in that. And again, this is the 30-minute line right here up to the coal plant, back over to the Samdale Monument. It'll reach there in about 30 minutes and move northeasterly across there. Now, again, as we said, just because the warning has expired there in Newton County doesn't mean that rain has left yet. It's still right there on that Newton County line. Heavy, heavy showers. All right, that's the latest that has updated. Let me double check to make sure. Sometimes a warning will pop up and get mixed in with these colors. Let's turn off radar for just a second to make sure we don't have anything new. All thunderstorm warnings, except in Louisiana. We now have a tornado warning that has been issued just to the southwest of Natchez. Do y'all see this? Right here, Cottonport, Louisiana. All right, let's see where this is, what's going on with this storm as it makes its way toward, here's Woodville, Mississippi there. Marksville, Louisiana. This is making its path across there. Borlandville. It's going to be there in the next 9 minutes. And as we'll look at this, this is a very serious tornado warning, as this is ranking a 7 out of a 10. If you're in that area, you need to seek shelter there here in Louisiana. And again, this is going to be making its way right on to. Let's turn this on where you can see this back to radar, just what that looks like. Right in that area there. Let's back out where you can get a better understanding. Here's Jonesville, Arkansas. Here's Alexandria, Cheyenneville. So this is making its way toward, that's really, really close to Mississippi. So we should see our first tornado warning coming up before long for Mississippi in just a little bit. And again, that warning is going to go until 5:45 in this southwest corner by Mississippi here. All right, let's move back up. Watch that. We're not going to forget that. A lot of rain. We got Dothan, Alabama. Y'all are getting rain. Light showers up 55 northward toward Grenada and the Mississippi Delta. A little bit of fog to the west of Stark Vegas at this point. Jackson, Mississippi, where it's been getting rattled tonight by power outages. Hail, all of this. Look at the hail that's being popped up here. Now let me go back and check. Make you look at me for just a second there. Let me check what's going on out of Jackson. There's still 5:18 p.m. 2 minutes ago, the National Weather Service public reports thunderstorm damage. Bolton, Mississippi at the fire station. The roof is gone. And again, as we see this, even with thunderstorm warnings, we can have pretty major damage. And that's what we're seeing in Bolton, Mississippi. Spotter recorded quarter-size hail, Lakeland Drive. $50 size in Brandon. Woo, boy. Pelahatchie getting heavy rain and hail there in Pelahatchie at this point. That's not far from here at all as we look at that. All right, let's go back to radar so you can take a look at this, and I'm going to look at some things here from behind. Put this on radar where you can see this as this storm comes across. I'm checking text messages to make sure that I haven't missed anything that is of importance that is happening with the weather-wise. Right here, let's look at this. It's clear there now, but this is what's going through here. Right here, as we were reading there, what was going on in the Jackson, Mississippi area. Here's where the roof has been blown off the volunteer fire station. Now, again, that thunderstorm warning has moved across there as we look at that. Here's Edwards. This is on the way from Jackson to Vicksburg, and the thunder rolls. I don't know if y'all can hear that where I'm sitting. Right there is where we've got that damage, and these are the storms. And just to show you how this affects you in that direction, all of this system here is moving to the northeast. So Carthage, y'all be ready. This is Leake County. And then Neshoba County, you most likely will get some of this. All right, let's move back over to Lauderdale County. We're starting to get wind shears here now. Let's move in on some roads to let you know what's happening in Lauderdale. This is just to the west of Highway 19. I'm not all that far from there. I can hear this in the background. We have 58-mile-an-hour shear winds in Lauderdale County. We have 2. All right, let's look at this. This is 19. Let's turn on our locations where you'll know where it is. This is Cedar Grove Cemetery. This is Highway 494. This is going to be coming from just straight down from the Piggly Wiggly. This is Collinsville Road. That's some serious lightning. Serious lightning, y'all. So if you're right down from the Pig, y'all be careful. Serious winds there. Let's come down here just above Sickalina Volunteer Fire Department. We've got more 58-mile-an-hour shear winds. Let's look at this road. Here's Freeman Tractor as the crow flies. Here's Highway 19. Here is the Volunteer Fire Department there at Sickalina. Let's look at what we've got. Now, this is going to be Hookston Road. It's just to the northwest of there. If you're on Highway 19, there's Hookston Road. It's just to the west of Highway 19, just right off of there. Here's Allen Swamp Road where it comes out. If y'all are familiar with Allen Swamp Road, it's that little grocery store there, Do It Outdoors. It's going to be coming right across through there. You watch the wind. Now, again, as I've mentioned before, with this, a lot of times we will have a lot of trees blown down with this. We're not saying that anything is on the ground, but it does have the potential to cause tree damage and things of that nature and lose power. We want you to, these 2 areas here in Lauderdale County, to be very serious and take this, don't take it for granted is what I'm trying to get out. Now, as we look at this, hang on just a second here. All right, I was making sure we didn't have any damage is the reason I took that call. Now let's look at this. This is fast approaching near the Piggly Wiggly. We got 2 of these that are going on here. That lightning outside is getting worse and worse. Now again, this is a severe thunderstorm warning. Let's zoom in on this and get a good look at where we're at. Here's Collinsville Road right there is where this is. Now this is most likely a driveway is where this is. The Pig sits right here. This is just a few blocks down from Susan Drive. If you're in that area, a lot of wind. Here's Maiden Road. It's just due north of there. Here's Roy Dollar Road right in that little triangle right there. Here's Tyson's Place. It's going to be due west of there. Watch that if you live in that area. Let's move down. Here's our second one that we've been following this shear wind. 525. Right there. It's still holding 58 mile an hour shear winds just due west of Highway 19. Let's do a reboot here and get this up. All right. Here we are. Highway 19, that Hookston, is where we're going to be watching all this. Here's Allen Swamp Road. Y'all be careful in that area if you live anywhere near 19 in those areas. Let's turn this off. A little intensity going on at this point. Now, here's the leading edge of the storm. Let's move back up. Y'all don't forget the shear wind that we've got going on here. This is all coming across, and this is a scale of 1 to 10 of severity. It's at a 3. Right there. Now, this is going to be affecting Center Hill. It's over it right now. Shucktown will have it in 5 minutes, and so will Center Hill. Prismatic will have it in 10 minutes, and then move on into Daleville within 14 minutes. Blackwater in that area, as you'll look at the big scope of all of this. Very serious here now. We've got this going on back here in Jackson also, but Lauderdale County has this. We have a storm in Clark County now, no warning in Clark County. We're going to keep our eye on this up here, but just due north of Shibuda, Highway 45, we have a storm that will be approaching Brewer within 14 minutes and Chancellor with 15 minutes as we look there. All around Shibuda, back toward Toxie, Alabama. Now, what's this going on in Gilberttown, Alabama? Now, that's raised the intensity here. If you're, let's look here. Let's get our friends in Alabama. Highway 17. Flatwood, Berrytown, 22 minutes. This will be there for you. We are picking up 58 mile an hour shear winds. I think the hail may have arrived here where I'm at. Here's Silas, Alabama. This is going to cross Highway 17. When we get those, that means business. So if you're in that area, south of Toxie, those areas, heads up. A lot of wind and damage going on there. All right, as we go back up, we're still looking here and following Lauderdale County. And we've got more of this on the way. This is going to be an evening to where we're extremely busy with weather for quite some time. Let's go back here. Woo. Do y'all hear that? All right, let's look here. This is going to be crossing 19, as I can tell here in just a second. This sheer wind is coming across 19 in these areas. Zoom in here. This is going to be approaching Center Hill. Let's hit refresh here. It really didn't like that when I done that, did it? We've got a lot of rain, again, in this the northern portion of Lake Oteebe. Here's Highway 19. As you go back in here toward the lake, West Lauderdale Road, look at that. Look at all that rain. This is going to be headed toward, that's West Lauderdale Road that the storm, the center of it, is headed toward. So if you live on West Lauderdale Road, this is going to end up crossing. And this is right down here, Richard May Memorial, right there at the baseball field. And will pass as it crosses there just about where the dumpsters are, where the county barn is, the eye of the storm, and make its way toward Kemper County here. Let's show the big picture of what's happening here. Cross Highway 493 right on into Kemper, and then cross Highway 39. Didn't mean to do so many clicks there, but as we pull out, I'm trying to gather as much information as we can for you of what's going on in the county. Again, this severe thunderstorm warning lacks about 30 minutes remaining on it for Lauderdale County. And then it looks as though we're going to get a little break, and then we'll have another round. So we'll be gearing up for that second round after this expires in the next 30 minutes. But right there, Highway 495 is where this is sitting now. The eye of the storm. Be ready, 493. Let's turn on our locations. Look at this rain back here. West Lauderdale Elementary. It is sitting right there at the school. That's going to be, what, 2 miles north of Chet's? Right there, Justin. Watch. I'll be ready. This is Justin High Performance. Raining at your business there as we cross Highway 493 in these areas. Right here at Arkadelphia Baptist Church is where this will cross 493. Back at the Pig, still pouring down rain. Look at that. We're showing this hail right there. Collinsville. Dime-size hail reported in Collinsville near West Lauderdale School. I'm gonna leave this up for a second. I'm gonna lean up and look just to see how bad this is. What's coming down where I am. I'm gonna leave this radar. I'm not walking off. I'm just gonna take a quick peek, and I can ask, do we have hail outside at this point?
Not yet.
Not yet. No hail. That's just heavy rain that is coming down outside. So confirmation on that. But it's so heavy at this point you can barely see out the window. So there we go. Wrong computer there, Ryan. We've got the backup folks coming in that will have some help as we watch all of this. I ain't mistaken. That sure sounds like hail.
Yeah.
It does have that sound out there as we look at all of this. Now, again, this storm's sitting right there at West Lauderdale Elementary at this point. Wow. This is one of those evenings with a lot. Golf ball size hail we're getting reported. Okay, so Center Hill, we've got golf ball size hail in this area. Yeah, a lot of folks can hear it slapping. All right, I'm going to leave. Here we go here. See what's left with the storms. All right. Again, this severe thunderstorm warning is going to last until 6 p.m. for Lauderdale County is what we've got. All in this North Lauderdale Water Association, all of this area, it tracks across here. Right there at the lake. Lake Otivity is some of the worst that we've got in Lauderdale County. Starting to see rain all the way up there to the coal plant. Now, the severe thunderstorm warning has moved east now. It's moved across on that east side of Lake Otivity. Let's zoom in on this. Right there, Chet's is going to be the line for this. It goes down to Northeast Elementary. It comes, that's Northeast High School. Apologize for that. It goes northward up here to the coal plant into Kemper County. That is loud outside as we...
That lightning is serious out there.
The lightning is?
Very serious.
All right, we got you hot over there now. Everybody can hear you as we prepare for what's going on. We're going to be checking in with the National Weather Service here in just a moment to see what new reports we have for them. Let's see. It's heavy rain and wind now in Bailey. Heavy rain and wind in Pine Springs we're getting. Lots of hail out at our house on 495. Is there a tornado on the ground? No. No tornadoes. We are just getting a lot of wind. All right, we got shear winds popping back up. Let's take a look at this. Highway 39, if you live in this area, y'all be prepared for what we got here. 70-mile-an-hour shear winds is what we've got. Let's zoom in on this. We got a lot of lightning involved with this. Here's northeast. Here's the soccer complex. Let's see where we are on this in relation to where this is. All right, this is going to be Chapel Road if you're on Highway 39. Here's Andrews Chapel, and I think the Dollar General is right along in there somewhere. This is going to be just east of there. Right here we have Hillview Drive. Due east of there. That little next intersection is going to be Walker Road is where that is. We've got that shear wind in between Walker Road and back down here to Chapel Road, Highway 39. If you live in that area, again, this is going to be going through some rural routes here across. Here's your roads, as you can see here on the map, and it will make its way over to Lizia Road. But this is hovering right there on Highway 39 right now. Very, very serious size wind coming with this as we watch this. And again, this is pounding over here by West Lauderdale Elementary. It hasn't moved hardly in the last little bit. All right, let's do a hard reboot.
Obadiah's getting some heavy hail, I understand, so it's all part of that same cell, looks like.
Ryan, as we look at that right there on 39, that hadn't moved any. That is just hovering on 39, making its way slowly across there. And again, we're reminding y'all, there's Hillview Drive. This is Highway 39, the 4-lane. Back down here to Chapel Road, in between there, in those areas. If you live in those areas, heads up precaution, we could lose some power in those areas. And let's do this, since we've had a lot of hail. Let's check EMEPA and see if we still got power, if we've lost any in these areas. Still looking good there as we go to take a look at, here, let's take a look at Central Electric. We got about 40 people in Jackson without. Nothing major there. As we go to Newton, let's refresh this and see what we've got. We had 19, still 19 people without power there in the Newton area. As we look at the state numbers, let's refresh that. 0 out in Lauderdale. I got a feeling that'll change in the next little bit. Newton County, there's 19 people without power, as we just showed that. Let's go back up and pull up radar. Anything coming in from the National Weather Service? Have you had time to get there yet? Okay, we'll check in on that in just a moment. All right, here we go. This is going to be crossing Highway 39 here in the next few moments as we look at this. Let's back out where you can see Kemper also. We are showing heavy rain in Kemper County. We have a separate thunderstorm warning now. Let me, for Kemper County. 6:30 in this eastern side. Chicken Shack, Mama Chick, y'all be prepared. You've got a severe thunderstorm warning until 6:30. We want to pay close attention to what's happening right here now, Highway 39, with this wind.
Is that a new thunderstorm warning?
For Kemper.
That also includes Clark and Lauderdale until 6:30.
All right, yes it does. As we look here, as we back down, let's turn this off where we can see locations, see the map. All right, the eastern side of Lauderdale County now involved in this. And again, this storm, although this is under a severe thunderstorm warning here, the east side here in the northern portion of Clark County, this is making its way up. Right there. So we have a severe thunderstorm warning. As we'll look at this, let's see what the National Weather Service has to tell us on this. Southeastern Kemper, northeastern Clark, and eastern Lauderdale County at 5:36. A severe thunderstorm is located near Sykes or near Quitman, moving east at 35 miles an hour. Ping pong size hail, 60 mile an hour wind gust. That's a lot of that. It's going to be near Sykes, Middleton, by 5:50 this afternoon as we look at this.
Back west of us, around the airport in Jackson, we're reporting tennis ball size hail.
Tennis?
Tennis ball.
Okay, that will
Tear up a windshield.
that'll knock you out.
Really?
Yeah, don't walk outside. We're getting shear winds now right down in Clark County that we need to look at. And also we got double here in Lauderdale County. Serious business there as we look at Brewer in Clark County, Mississippi is where this is located. We're getting shear winds involved with it at about 58 miles an hour. Brewer is where this is in Clark County. Y'all take heed to that. Let's go back into Lauderdale County as we look at these three cells. All right, still following this on Highway 39 with the shear winds tapping in. As we look at that, still they've moved up to 68 miles an hour there. We've got another one right here that is clocking in at 58 miles an hour. And Ryan, let's look at this. This is going to be near King Road, if I am not mistaken. Maybe a little north of it. Here's Highway 493.
Yes,
This is Dogwood Lake Road is where that is. This is going to be, if you live on Cook Road, y'all be prepared for this as it comes up. Here's Dogwood Lake Road. Old Bailey Grocery used to be right here.
Yep.
This is going to be Bunton Gun Road. Right there is where the shear wind is, making its way toward Cook Road, and it will make its way toward 39. And again, this is 58 mile an hour shear winds. This is a 1 mile wide circle. This is that four-way stop here at Dogwood Lake and Cook Road as it goes up here to that power station. Everybody know what I'm talking about? Shear winds in that area. There's a mobile home park that sits here. Regardless of what is going on, y'all seek shelter in that area at this point. A lot of trees around that area. We want you to be safe. Again, this is still just a severe thunderstorm warning, but as we saw in Bolton, Mississippi, that did not matter when it came across the volunteer fire department. It ripped the roof off of it.
Wow.
So this trailer park that is right here, y'all seek shelter. If you live anywhere here on Cook Road, seek your shelter now. Be in your safe place.
Old PSD, Dogwood Lake Road, that area.
Mm-hmm.
Park there. So people across Briarwood, across 39, towards Northeast High School eventually.
And as we look at this, the old telephone company, right there, Hughes Telephone Company, that's a curvy road.
Yeah.
You can't see as you make your way there toward Arkadelphia Baptist Church. And if you're trying to get any minnows out there at Covington Fish Farms, I'd wait just a little while.
Check back tomorrow.
Yeah, because it's bad there right now. We've got a storm that is just to the west of NAS Meridian. Anybody watching from NAS this afternoon? Y'all pay attention. Chet Parker checking in. Heavy rain and wind now in the Bailey area.
Yeah, I hear NAS shut down flight operations here this afternoon. Probably a good move.
Yes, it was. Now, Ron, as we look at all of this, this is kind of calm as to what's out to our west. Now, and again, as we talk about weather, I never try to scare people in any shape, form. I try to give informative information. You do what you want with it. As we had meteorologists analyzing all this, there were several people saying that the predictions all lined up like rolling fork looked as it came, as the forecast develops. Now, there's no guarantee. It's Mother Nature. It can change its course. But if we've got something like that coming our way, we want you to be well in advance. Look at this. This is bad that is in Jackson. Normally, it starts there and gets a little worse as it gets on this eastern side of Mississippi, and that is headed directly towards us. We've been going for, I'm sure, well over an hour now. Yeah, I'm not sure how long, but it's been quite a handful there.
Yeah. Quite a few hill reports across the county you can see on the map. So is that shear winds? Is that what I'm seeing?
Yes, right there.
Okay.
All right, let me look here at some comments as we look at this. We missed some. Somebody told me something about the old term of kissing grits there. All right. This is what we've got this afternoon. Two areas to watch as we look at our friends in Clark County. Let me go back here. Very important for our friends in Clark County to know what you've got also. Here's Quitman. This is going to be southeast of Quitman. Let's zoom in and look at our locations of what we've got here where the storm is. This is Highway 511. Right here is Middleton. Right across from, not Middleton, Manassas as we go due north of there. We've got shear winds all in this area there. This storm is going to be near Pine Ridge and Hinton within the next 15 minutes, Ryan, as we look at the shear winds there. And again, this is in the pine trees right now, 58-mile-an-hour shear winds. This could affect the areas of Shiloh and also Highway 518 and make its own way on toward Alabama.
The National Weather Service has upgraded the hail intensity to be 2-inch in size or greater for Kemper and Lauderdale. So.
Wow. That's pretty serious there. Now that we know that, let's do this, Ryan, and turn on what we've got with hail. We're seeing that in this northern portion up here as it come across. Everybody remembered seeing that. Newton County has had a lot. Look back at Jackson. Now, let's double check ourselves for the state just to be on the safe side. Let's go to radar and turn that off for a minute and look at all our warnings that we have across here. No tornado warnings. We're still got this one right here across the state line in Louisiana, which we do expect it to make its way here.
It seems to always go through there, doesn't it?
It does.
Southwest corner of the state.
Silas, Alabama, Coffeyville, Alabama. Been there many times. Y'all have shear winds of about 58 miles an hour on the outskirts of just due north of town. Highway 84, 2 of them there. A lot of lightning in Clark County. We're still looking at shear winds in Lauderdale County at 58 mile an hour. We go back over here to Scott County. Look at the winds that we've got here. 58 miles an hour is what we're clocked in at. We have that also there. Jackson over at Pelahatchie. Anybody watching in that area? 70 mile an hour shear winds is what we're clocking there in the Pelahatchie area. Be careful. Be extremely careful in these areas. All right, let's turn radar back on where we can see what's going on. Okay. All right. Let's dig into Lauderdale County there. Oh, I can fix that. I need to turn. I'm going to leave radar on for just a second here.
Services give us some more updates. We're getting, they're calling the damage threat considerable for this thunderstorm warning. We've got wind of 60 miles per hour, radar indicated. This is again that Clark Kemper Lauderdale storm.
We're getting a lot of comments there about Chapel Road here in Lauderdale County as we were watching that wind line that come through there just a little bit ago. Let's go back in this and look at this. We've got two places to be concerned with in Lauderdale County. Now, let's look at this right over here near Highway 45. If you live due north of Highway 45, here's the Ralph Morgan Rodeo. Let's take a look here what we got going on. Here's Pine Grove Church. Here's Mount Olive Church. Here is the curve where the Sefco is. This is going to be just due north of there as we see here. This is right on Beaver Pond Road is what we've got. Shear winds popping up at 92 miles an hour. Now, that is very serious. This is a serious thunderstorm. This can do damage. Again, that's Beaver Pond Road near Lauderdale. They're popping up everywhere here. We got some more winds just north of Lauderdale that we're going to probably get back on radar. Here's old Lauderdale Lizelia Road. Again, let's zoom in on this. This is where we got Beaver Pond Road is where this is. That's going to be roughly, here's Campground Road. Lauderdale Road is just across to the west. Yeah. All right. Right up here, let's look at this. Here's Lauderdale. If you're there at the around the Sefco, we're looking at 70 miles an hour across the highway. This would be right over there just west of the Ralph Morgan Rodeo Arena. The closest road to that's going to be Old Lizelia Road there. This is up near the gate. Right there is the old Highway 45. This is going to put it where the juke joint was, right along in there, the post office and Dollar General, right there, directly across the street from there. 81 mile an hour shear winds. That's 70 there, and this is the one with 91 that we're watching there. Might as well call that 92. We could get damage very quickly from that, even if it's just trees. All right, let's go back here. We got a third one here in Lauderdale County that we want to look at. Here's Highway 493. This is Highway 39. Let's zoom in on this. This is sitting right on top. Dogwood Lake Road, which is not very far from our location at this point this afternoon. And again, we've been clocking that at about 58 mile an hour shear winds in that area. All right, let's back out and see what else we got going on. We do now have a leading edge storm into Kemper County, as this is going to be at Edendale, 2 Mile Bottom. It will be there in 11 minutes and will be at Porterville within 15 minutes and make it to ML, Alabama within 29 minutes. All right, let's go back down here to Manassas in this area here in Clark County. We'll come back and look at these. Nope, well, let's hang on. We just had another one pop up in Lauderdale County that we need to right there at the county line. It wants to develop and keeps backing off as radar updates. Right along there, just to the northeast of, it hadn't shown back up, but there she is. 58 mile an hour shear winds as we look at that 1 mile wide. As we look at this road, this is York Road. It's going to be due north of there. This is Old Highway 45. As we get, this is the Church of God. This is due south of there, just off of Seth Cobb Road. 58 mile an hour shear winds in that community also. What does this mean to you in terms? breaking limbs. It can break down anything. It can make power outages happen very quickly. Now, again, this can be in the air. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's on the ground. I don't want anybody to misconcept that. But odds are it can do something to it. We usually lose power in these areas when it happens. Let's see if anything that, now that we brought that up, Ryan, and just see if we've lost any power at this point as we update that. Still looking good. So no complaints as we do that. Miracles do happen. So far, we're good. But again, this northern portion of Lauderdale County catching it right now. As we go, let's go south. And we're going to go right. This is running about 70 miles an hour. This is going to be right here at the community of Manassas as we pull in on this. Right above, that's Shady Grove Church. This is going to be right on that same road that Thieville is. Highway 511 is what that is, right out of Clark County. Right here is going to be Cooper's Chapel. You just follow that out, and that's where we got those shear winds. Any updates from that side?
Things looking good over here. Nothing, well, I say looking good. No news is good news for right now. So
It is.
everybody's just going to report back on the storms that are in the Jackson metro area. Lots of damage. I say lots of damage. Just a lot of wind. So I got some trees down on some railroad tracks around the Bolton area over in Hines County. So that's coming our way as the old man on the sells pillows. So
Yeah.
wait, there's more. More coming.
It is. As we look at this at Jackson, Ryan, this is, look at that right there, Pelahatchie. We got any folks in Pelahatchie, 58 mile an hour shear winds with that also. Another one up. Look at the lightning that we're getting. 58 miles an hour. Two of those in the county there in Scott County. As we look at this, right there at the Scott County line. Let me back up on saying that. It's really close to moving in that area. Look at the lightning. You see all that? Look at this, where it struck.
I believe it. It was some very intense lightning, and it was all over the place out there when I came in. So,
With this being said, and I don't know if anybody has reported any of this. Let's go back over here. Has anybody received any damage in the area from the hail? If you have, let us comment. Newton County, we've seen that. Morgan Renee says it's raining where she is. Hailing where she is. Marble size hail at NAS, Austin tells us. But has anybody received anything that has broken a window, a windshield, anything to that nature? Let us know. We'd love to have that report, so we'll be up to date on that as well.
I saw something earlier, I think in the Meehan area, damage to some vehicles due to hail, but that was a couple hours ago. So.
Hail and wind on Chip Pickering Access Road. Yeah, Morgan, she said it did reach her there, what we were talking about in those areas there. Again, let's go in to look at this. Now, this is weakening for Lauderdale County as we look at this northward here. Let's turn back on our locations. We do still have shear winds in the county as we follow this. Here's Ralph's house. Again, all of this area under a severe thunderstorm warning. We're still showing out at NAS Meridian across the runways. It's pouring rain right there now. All there, Chip Pickering Road, as we look at this, and back down to Lyzelia Road. And as we come in there, that's Stennis Road, isn't it? That's the name of that, yeah. As we go northeast of the Ralph Morgan Rodeo, we go right out here just above York Road. Let's get these roads here so you can get a good understanding of where we are. This is going across the pine trees where Anna York Cemetery is, York Road, where this joins in. Right there. Green Valley Church. Cemetery and those areas there. Now,
We are getting reports that coincide with what we're seeing on radar, hail on NAS Meridian. So
there we go. Yeah, I think we got you where everybody can hear you good now.
may not be a good thing.
It probably is a good thing. As we've been covering this afternoon, we do appreciate each and every one of you choosing us for your weather source as we give you the up-to-date latest thing that is going on in the communities. Shear winds here above Lauderdale making its way toward Kemper County. And again, this is in the rural route right here across pine trees in Lauderdale County, near in the Kemper County line. The Church of God which is going to be on Seth Cobb Road. It's just due south of there, right at the Kemper County line. Here's Old Highway 45. Here's Tomola Church. It's kind of to the southeast of y'all. And once this clears right across here by the Church of God, it'll get into the pine trees once again. Now, out here to the west of Highway 45, and again, there is a severe thunderstorm warning for Kemper and Lauderdale. This is going to be near Edendale in the next 8 minutes and Porterville within 13 minutes. Y'all be ready in downtown Porterville. It makes its way there, and we'll be crossing over 2 Mile Bottom here in the next few moments. All right, let's see, 554. Let me update here, Ryan, and hit another button and refresh.
While you're doing that, I think I saw the largest hail I've ever seen in Tomola. Is that how you say it? Tomola?
Tomola? Is it large?
Yes, sir. It's Dennis Mosley's house, and I saw probably softball size hail hitting cows. They were running for the ball.
I don't blame them a bit. All right, a bird's eye view of what's going on in the state of Mississippi. Let's turn radar back off so we can show exactly what's happening. Turn off the high-res radar. Now, that tornado warning has expired down here. We just have severe thunderstorm warnings. But this is that same system that produced this tornado warning in Louisiana. Now has prompted a severe thunderstorm warning in Mississippi near Woodville. They also have about 58 mile an hour shear winds with this. We get into the equipment area. As you'll see here, we've got shear winds still occurring with that. Right on the Bama state line. This is going to be affecting Pushmataha in the next 25 minutes. It'll make its way toward y'all. Coffeyville, Alabama. Y'all have got a severe thunderstorm warning also. Right there, just due north of there, is the center of it. These shear winds are just been heavy this afternoon.
Ask them if they can hear Ryan.
They can. I did.
Yeah.
Mom says she cannot.
Well, test. Say something for me there, Ryan.
How about you, Andrew Ray? You got to read?
Let me see here.
It's maybe deaf.
All right, that should fix you there. Let me hear you talk.
How about now? Can you hear me?
I would say that is hot and you are on.
Where is Woodville? Woodville is in the southwest part of the state.
It doesn't matter. I'll be right back here.
So yeah, to kind of build on what we were talking about earlier, the storm damage around the Jackson area, they've got reports of a tree on a vehicle around I-55 on the Natchez Trace. So, and again, that'll be our way very soon. So.
Yeah, as it makes its way across here. All right, let's back out here and turn radar back on. Look at this here in Morton Forest. We got some issues that are going to be coming across there in Morton, Scott County. Scott County now under a severe thunderstorm warning. Let's look at this, Ryan. As we look at this, anything that affects Scott County will be here before long. As we have a severe thunderstorm warning until 6:45. This is going to be for Rankin, Northern Smith, and Scott counties. And at 5:49, the severe thunderstorm was located along a line extending from near Fortville, near Dry Grove, moving east at 35 miles an hour.
Yeah, that cell looks like it'll probably go a little north of us, may end up Neshoba County, Kemper, northern Newton. Is that right?
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing there. And again, they did include this northern portion of Smith County. It's just barely going to clip that. But as you'll see there, Newton County, y'all are going to get this as all of these comes right across here and clips that. Now, all of this is dragging back here, and what's going on down here will most likely affect us at some point. Still cutting up in eastern Clark County and also as well here in Lauderdale County on the east side up here in the county. Let's go back here and take a look. Kemper County, y'all have got the front edge of this storm now crossed into Kemper County. It will be at Edendale in 8 minutes. It will arrive in the next few minutes there and be in ML, Alabama in 27 minutes. The shear wind still hovering the same as it now jumps over into Alabama. We see that it just crossed over. And that scale of 1 to 10, that's rated at a 3 out of 10. But the rain that is happening there, and we don't see anything for the moment. As we pull this up out at NAS Meridian, as you can see, it's crossed over the runways and past that area. It's right there at the Ralph Morgan Rodeo, Sefco. There where we've got the post office, pouring rain in those areas right now in Lauderdale County. But we've got more to come down here. The leading edge of the storm in Clark County right now on the line of Alabama, moving its way across. All right. That's a big glob, isn't it?
It is.
All right, I just got a note. Let's see here. About the Rolling Fork Tornado Relief Mission. Let's see, Missionscape, along with several area churches, are collecting gift cards in any amount. They can be used anywhere. The gift cards can be distributed through the Word of Faith in Rolling Fork, one of only 2 churches left there in Rolling Fork. Pastor Linda Weiser and ruling elder Shelley Tingle will be in charge of the distribution. If you'd like to know more about this, Tom Sykes, one of our local pastors here in the Meridian area, is going to be heading that up. Tom's a great guy, and he will be helping them out. I've got an email, missionscape1@gmail.com, if you'd like to know more, and we'll post that this week so that you can help out where you can with that.
Take a look at that storm down in Clark County.
All right, let's zoom in on that. Bunch of lightning strikes there to the ground. You got some new information on that?
No, nothing through the state. I was just looking at radar pictures, and looks like there's some hail in that. So
We can find out for sure here. Let's go here and turn on our hail detector. Yeah, oh yeah, it's a lot of hail involved east of Quitman there. If y'all live in those areas, you have felt that.
they might as well swing into 110 Main, let the storm pass. Eh?
Yeah. Some of that pie that I keep looking at the pictures, that would be good about right now, wouldn't it?
Sure would.
And as always, when you're in a situation like this, if you've got limbs down, you can get in touch with our friend Reed Tree Service. They can help you out if you get limbs in the yard, and this happens a lot with that. Or if you've got one overhanging your house, you're going, I don't ever want to see that limb again. Call Mike; he'll help you. All right, let's move back up here. And again, this wind that we've been watching here in northern Lauderdale County, scary stuff as we look at this as it moves into the Alabama side. Here's Highway 17. As we look at this is going to be that state line road right there. County Road 12 is what we've got as it comes across. The reason, and I'll be honest with you, Ryan, I really didn't expect any of this bad weather to arrive so soon, so I didn't have the studio kind of hooked up for everything, and kind of on the fly getting everything fixed.
Just taking a Sunday rest. I get it.
Yeah, that's what I was doing there. I was hunting me a car battery, and the next thing you know, here's a storm. A lot of shear winds there on the Bama state line there. Now, the west side of Meridian, good right now, but not for long. And you see all this, Scott County?
Enjoy it while you can.
Y'all look at the lightning. Anybody joining us now that are in that Scott County area over there? I'd like to know real time of what y'all are seeing. Look at this. Here's Highway 13. Shear winds there, 58. We've got 68 here, right there on Highway 80 there at Morton. We come up due north of 80. Some more at 68, another round of that at 58 miles an hour. And that's headed toward Highway 35 if you've ever been down Highway 35. Look at the lightning that has struck across Scott County. That's dangerous.
Yes, it is. They say if you can see it, it can get you.
That's true.
It's
And of course, it was not all that long ago. Last year, we had a young lady in our community that was up in the house community that actually got struck. It hit a tree, come down the tree, hit the ground, and went up through her feet, and and come out her head. And let me tell you, that's not pretty. She hurt and probably not even over it yet. Aren't you supposed to get some type magical powers after that?
I don't know.
I'm going to let you be my test person.
I don't know.
Well, let's go back over here. Let's look at this. The hail that has been going on. Look at this black that we've got in northern Lauderdale County at the Kemper County line. That is some intense kind of rain. Heavy is one way to put it there. You can't see your hand there is basically what that tells us.
You don't want to see those colors on any radar.
That's Highway 45 is where this is. This is going to be at the junction of Seth Cobb Road again. Seth Cobb Road has been catching a lot of weather this afternoon in northeastern Lauderdale County, extending on into Kemper County. Our friends in Sledge, ML, Alabama, you will have this storm in 14 minutes. It is headed your way. Take shelter and be ready for this. And again, these are all severe thunderstorm warnings. The yellow that you see in the background on our screen are going to be a tornado watch until 11 o'clock tonight. It means conditions are favorable for something to come about. Okay, we're getting mentions of a wreck. Let me go here and pull this up. One vehicle wreck on Highway 80 between the Veterans Cemetery and Hickory. They went off a 10-foot drop off the edge of the road is what I'm getting notified of.
Oh, wow. Any reports on injuries?
No report on injury. I'm getting some pictures on portable. Boy, at the hell there. Whew. Bailey, we got some pictures of that also. Denise Vaughn, thank you for sending that to us. And it's a lot of it, Ron. Let me go back over here and check, see if we've got any more messages. All right. Let's see here. Brenda Wilburn, thank you for joining us. Bernica, how are you doing? Miss Horn, thank you for coming and joining us. Southeast area. Southeast right now is okay. Nothing major going on. This is all in Clark County. Here's the southeast area. It looks as though it's moving to the northeast. We'll watch that and let you know if it becomes a threat for the southeast area. Thunder and lightning in Philadelphia, Teresa says. Chase Parker was asking about southeast also. No tornadoes yet. Alicia McCoy wanted to know if we knew of any. Only the severe thunderstorm damage right outside of Clinton, Mississippi, where it took a volunteer fire department's roof off. Glancing up here.
Lots of trees down. The Jackson metro area. All of it seems to be damaged from thunderstorms. Nothing reporting as far as tornadoes at this time. Back to our west.
We've had several mentions of a lot of hail there in that Lauderdale area, and we've seen that. All right, let's back out here. And let's look at some of these storm reports that we're getting from across the county. Quarter-size hail was mentioned there in Russell. I'm sure if you live in Russell, you can back us up on that. We also are getting, let's see, nickel-size hail, North Meridian. Collinsville.
I just see questions wanting to know what took that roof off. I would assume that's probably a wind gust.
Yes. That happens with these thunderstorms. Now, if y'all will look here, this is what we're watching, Monticello down in these areas, McGee. As you see, that's a northeasterly that's going to come this direction. Newton, Philadelphia, these areas, y'all need to be ready for what's coming in the next little bit, say 30, 40 minutes from now. Let's see what that severe thunderstorm warning goes until 6:45 for Scott County. You can almost bet your boots that Newton County and Neshoba County will go under another severe thunderstorm warning. It looks like we're getting a flood warning, a flash flood warning for downtown area of Jackson, Mississippi. Let me make sure nothing has changed on the severe threat. Now, they have not changed that any. They're still expecting that to remain the same. Scott County is Brianna. I was referring to Scott County. Causeyville looks good right now. Nothing going on in Causeyville. We most likely will have some showers, as we see here, that are going to be coming up out of Clark County. If you'll look at this, right out toward Wynot. This area here's Wynot. Right here is going to be the Causeyville ball field. Not anything happening there now. We've got the rain down here in Clark. At Energy, it's going to push northward into Lauderdale County through that area and cross Highway 19 out by the Boy Scouts, Causeyville, all of these areas here out by Southeast. Has not made it there yet, but do expect that. Now, I had a question about Walnut Grove as we look right there. Here's Highway 35 where you're asking about Here's the prison. There is where the Dollar General is there in Walnut Grove. Due south of y'all, it's a little bit worse, and out to the northwest of there over in Lena, heavier rain. It's raining heavy there, but you've got heavier stuff back to the southwest. Will this go through there? Absolutely. Let's do this again. Let's hit the play and just show you how this storm is moving across here. See how it's got that northeasterly move? That's what we've got. And again, Scott County taking a whooping right now. There's no other way to word that. Laurel, Hattiesburg area starting to pick up some thunderstorms, but nothing that has issued a warning yet.
Yeah, just as we anticipated that in the southwest part of the state, National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Lawrence, Covington, and Jefferson Davis counties, so out west of Hattiesburg area.
All right, let me turn those off. We got the latest update, what's going on with radar. It's always good to check those. Let's see. Got something from Clark County. I was making sure it...
Maybe that food coming.
Thunderstorm warning, that's just the one that's already been there for Clark County. That was just an update that was being sent out about Clark County. Ooh, I got Charlie Dennison sent a picture to me from the southeast school area. Humongous.
Hail?
Yeah, lots of hail.
Just north of Hurricane Creek and all that went through there. It's pretty it's full of hail.
Yeah, we will have to load some hail pictures out in a little bit and get that loaded to the site where everybody can take a look at of what's going on this afternoon with it. Ryan, I don't know if you're catching this out of your eye, but look at Scott County at this point.
Wow.
The lightning, the wind that is occurring there is serious. Most of this is on the west side of Forest, making its way across.
That's right.
We have,
as it always does, it's moving west to east.
It is.
Northeast.
Right there. Let's pull this. Here is the roadside park. If you're coming back to Meridian, it's just about a mile or two down the road from there. That's 81 mile an hour shear winds involved with that one. 68 there. We've got 58 there. So this is about the worst we've got in Scott County. And as you'll see here, this storm coming out of Scott County has its eye set crossing Newton, coming toward the Lazy Boy factory in the next little bit. And as you'll see here, we got a leading edge here that is going to head directly toward Union. Now, again, there's no severe thunderstorm warnings there yet, but plan on that.
National Weather Service has canceled the severe thunderstorm warning for Clark and Kemper. Lauderdale still remains until 6:30.
A little bit of a difference there, yeah. That's that little bit there where it's crossing out of here. They expect it to do a little something there. It's what we've got on that edge right there. All right, let's look at this, Ron. Let's zoom in here. Clark County, right at the Lauderdale County line. As we come across this, we get right here, and this is going to be the Energy Church, northwest of there, in between there and Highway 45. Get a bird's eye view. Bethel Church sits here. This is County Road 450. This is County Road 456. We got some shear winds sitting in between the two roads here. That's shear winds. That's pine trees here. The next road that is going to cut across right up here is going to be at the, what is that, Walter Hayes Road. The junction there that runs over to County Road 456. So in that general area, if you live in there, heads up with weather. Now, just to the east of Why Not Motorsports Park, we got some light showers occurring there now. This is going to go right clip into Lauderdale and then right on into Alabama. This will be at Charles, Alabama in 26 minutes. And you'll look at that. That's Highway 19. That's her route as she comes across there. That's going to be the Antioch Cemetery there in southeastern Lauderdale County, right there at Wallace Road. That's where that storm is at this point as it comes across. Now, most of Lauderdale County at this point, right now, not under a lot of rain. We've got a little bit to the northeast of Lauderdale, right there at the Kemper line, going into Alabama, some showers. We've got this in southeastern Lauderdale County, but out to our west, Newton County, y'all are fixing to get wet.
Yeah, all our friends in the southeast part of the county, Causeville, Wyandotte area, they're all reporting hail at this time. So
That'd be right along in there. All right, we have a flash flood warning, I think, that just went under effect. Severe flash flood warning, yeah. Tornado watch right there. At 6:15, Doppler radar indicated a thunderstorm producing heavy rain across the warned area. Between 1 to 2 inches of rain have fallen. Additional rainfall amounts 1 to 3 inches are possible in the warned area. So it's a lot of rain with this, and it's making its way right on into Newton County. So Jody Pennington, get everybody ready. Protect and serve. Y'all be ready for that. And again, if you encounter bad roads, let us know. We can pass that on along to authorities, and so nobody else will run up on a tree that's falling down on a road. April saying really dark in Union. Let's go back over here and check our power outages. As we check EMEPA, we've got about 38 people now without power. Let's take a look here. And this is going to be in Clark County, right there where these storms are now moving into Lauderdale County. Energy, 30 right there. And then we have 3 people just east of Quitman. That's going to be near County Road 674. That's 572 right on that. Now, I looked at that number wrong. That's a 6. County Road 672, we got 3 people. And then we go up here right off of, it's going to be 19 and County Road, that's Highway 18 and County Road 451. A few people without power there in Clark County. But the mass majority of people in Clark County that's out in the energy area, they'll get some folks out that way as soon as the weather permits for them to do that. Now let's go back up and take a look what we've got here, if we've lost any more power in these areas. Around the Jackson area, right at 100 people without power there around Flowood, as you'll see that. 20 people there in Sand Hill, Marblehead. And around Carthage, we got about 5 people without power there. As we go here, now this is a lot here around Morton and Forest as this comes across. 46, 110 people here, 89, 2. And if I'm looking at this right, it's about 800 people. Yeah. This is going to be just due north of Morton. About 800 people in that block without power. So this is that storm. Let's relate this, Ryan, right there.
Yep. Got a severe thunderstorm warning just issued for Jasper and Newton counties until 7:15.
That's what we expected. And there we go, till 7:15. There's that watch box. And let's look at our locations and explain to everybody where this is. This is going to be right across Lake Edens is where this goes into effect as we look at Jasper County. At Lake Edens north, this will take in right there at the country corner in Garlandville. All you folks in Rose Hill, you're now under a severe thunderstorm warning. This moves north. We're taking in all of Newton County. Turkey Creek, look at this. You got a storm headed directly toward you from the Scott County line. It's going to cross there and then move right on toward the high school. If we put this scale of 1 to 10, this one ranks a 3.4 on that. But we've got 3 storms moving into Newton County. And one of these, if you'll look here, headed directly toward Union and follow Highway 492 all the way across directly to House within about 30 minutes. So if you're there, we're starting to see showers now at the Neshoba County Fairgrounds, the Dixon community. And Edinburgh, you're seeing the showers move into that area also at this point. Right there. Now, no rain out at the Pearl River Resort, not to mention, we do have some showers there, but it's not heavy yet. But just wait a minute or two. It will make its way towards you. Let's go back down here at the Lauderdale-Clark line. This is going to be County Road
We got a report of 1 1/4 inch size hail, George Minor Road, which is in southeast Lauderdale County, reported by Odie.
Odie's done reported it.
Odie Barrett. He's the man.
He is. He's on the job tonight. We do appreciate him doing that. All right. Here's the racetrack, and that stretch, it picks up heavy right there at Wynot at the racetrack, all the way to the Bama state line. Here's Causeyville. We got a lot of questions about Causeyville earlier. Raining at the ball field, but just east of there, as you'll look at this is Causeyville Road. Just east of there is where the worst of the weather is. Just to mention a couple of roads there. That's George Minor. Isn't that where you said that's where that
That's
there?
right.
J.W. Reynolds Road right there at the crossing. All right, and again, this goes until 7:30 if I'm not mistaken. Let me turn this back on where I can tap it and tell us that. Well, it's not going to tell me. I think it's till 7:30 if I remember.
What's that?
The thunderstorm warning for Lauderdale County, isn't that until 7:30? We got one expiring at 6:30.
The severe thunderstorm for Newton and Jasper is until 7:15. Lauderdale is...
Or is that 6:30? Did I just get an hour?
6:30.
It's 6:30. Okay, that will expire here in about 9 minutes. This one will run out, but we got our hands full out to our west here.
Yeah. Seeing reports, I know I keep giving these reports from the west, but just a reminder, we will see this eventually here in our yard, but they've got a house that's been struck by lightning in Terry, possibly causing a fire. They should know that pretty quickly.
Yes, they should. As we look at this, the Mississippi Welcome Center, right there, we've got some shear winds coming on, 81 miles an hour approaching right there in Scott County, where if you're driving down there, it'd be a good place to pull over and stop. If you're on I-20 east coming toward Meridian, that'd be a great place to pull over and just wait that out.
That's right where your cell phone's going to lose service, too.
Yeah, that is that area, isn't it? Where you got to walk if something were to happen.
That's right.
Sounds like a man that's been there before. Now,
Been
as
through there a time or two.
let's see, a quarter-size hail and lake. We're getting that mentioned several times about lake. Also, right there, we're showing that we've had golf ball size hail in Conahatta. No major changes on that. We got a few minutes remaining on this Lauderdale County. Let's go back in here. Let's look at this wind that is right here. This is Causeyville, Wynot Road, McRae Lake. We're getting a lot of wind there. It's about 70 miles an hour. And again, this can be in the air, as we always bring this up. It can be in the air. Can it do some damage? It absolutely could if it were to drop down. But we do have it in the air there. We rely on folks to let us know what's going on here. Causeyville, is that golf ball size? Because if it's gold, me and you are leaving.
That's right, man. Yeah, gold. I'm all over that.
I'm assuming that's what you meant was golf ball size hail there, and that's large hail. Let's see, it's getting rough in Union, Whitney says. Let's see here.
Got some pea-size hail reported there northwest of Decatur on Aaron Lucerne Road.
Here's you some more heavy rain at Neshoba County Fairgrounds. We're also, Kay said that her sister told her that they had about half the size of a golf ball size hail there in Wynot. That's a lot.
Half of a golf ball. Is that a ping pong ball?
Maybe. Lightning in Philadelphia, tapping the ground. A lot of people have said that. All right, let's pull out here and take a look at what we've got. Heavy rain there at the racetracks now. Again, we got a lot of wind here in southeastern Lauderdale County. This severe thunderstorm warning goes up right up to Dalewood, takes in that eastern side. Let's see here. All right, let's go to Newton County and show a little love in Newton County of what's going on there. Due south of Highway 15, here's Union here. Let's come due south of there, Ryan, and take a look at what we've got right here. 58 mile an hour shear winds here. Here's Decatur. It's due north of there. And this is going to be really close to, let's take a look here, Mount Zion Church. This is going to be where, if I'm reading that right,
Stamper Pond Road.
yeah, Stamper Pond Road, and I believe that's Wiles Road. Mount Zion Road, right there on Highway 15. We got some very serious wind. Your next intersection that's going to be coming up on is going to be Henry Mack Smith Road. In between those two areas, a lot of wind shear happening in Newton County. As we come back over here, let's look here. Here's Highway 489. Here's Turkey Creek. Out to the west of Turkey Creek, we've got some more shear winds that are occurring. Let's look at this. Here's Buffkin Cemetery due south of there. Pleasant Valley Church due east of there. And this is going to be the Newton Capey Creek Road, if I'm pronouncing that right. Is that right?
Newton Caney Creek.
Caney.
Road.
Boy, that right, and they tried to make it real small, didn't they?
Caney Creek, I think that's probably what that is.
And this is Cudge Willis Road. Now, as we look back over here on the west side of Newton, this is Highway 489. We have some wind shear going on there. Also 58 mile an hour shear. We've had a bunch of wind with this. And again, this is serious stuff. If we go to mentioning tornado warnings later, we want y'all to be prepared and be absolutely on this tonight and make sure that that you're prepared and knowing where you're going.
Yeah, National Weather Service is going to let the severe thunderstorm warning for Lauderdale expire in about 3 minutes. So.
Okay, that's not going to be renewed, but we will have this to watch here in the next few moments. All of this from Forest County making its way right on in here to Newton, and will make its way on toward Philadelphia. And if you're watching in Neshoba County, especially that southern portion of Neshoba County, it's flooding. All right, let's back out and let's do another big shot of the state of Mississippi of what we've got on. Let's turn off radar for just a moment so you can see what we've got statewide. Fog up at Starkville. We've got only severe thunderstorm warnings. We do have a tornado warning now in Alabama. Let's go over here and take a look at this. This is Thomasville, Alabama. Tornado warning as we look at this until 7 o'clock. That is our first of the evening of this close. A severe storm was located 5 miles northeast of Fulton or 7 miles southwest of Thomasville, moving at 35 miles an hour. Tornado and golf ball size hail included with this. This will be near Thomasville and Fulton within 2 minutes. Pine Hill around 6:50 and Yellow Bluff by 7 o'clock. So if you're in the Thomasville, Alabama, take your shelter now. Tornado warning. This does include Pine Hill, Camden, Alabama, Fulton, these areas right there. Tornado warning. And again, that tornado warning will last until 7 p.m. tonight. To my knowledge, that is the only one within 3 states that we've got right now. The very first one of the evening, and we do hope that nothing serious is happening with that. We'll monitor that and let you know should anything change on that. Again, flood warnings is what we're seeing back here around Jackson, Scott County. Lauderdale does not have a warning, nor does Kemper, Neshoba. And the line kind of breaks there. This is the line of the severe weather. What we're looking at below this line is at level 3 where the worst is expected. And that's happening right in there. Let's pull this up and show you just how close the National Weather Service has been on all of this. As you'll see, that's right in that red zone where they said it would happen. Took a little time. This is that same system that we watched just a little bit ago exit Wayne County and make its way into Alabama. And the further it went, the worse it got. Newton County, by far right now in the state of Mississippi, getting some of the worst of the weather that we have. If you're watching from Newton County, you are under the gun at this point. Now, again, it's a severe thunderstorm warning. And as Garth would say, and the thunder rolls.
Got another house fire back in Hinds County. I am reporting a lot of stuff back that way, but house struck by lightning. They've got multiple vehicles, different areas, have gotten caught in water-covered roadways. They got a 15-passenger van is loaded with people that ran off the road. So keep those folks in your prayers. They
got run off the road?
Injuries. Yeah, they ran off the road into a flooded ditch in Jackson. So
okay.
Jackson area.
I just as my radar will text my cell phone. This is what it just told me. It says, now if you're in Newton County, and let me just pull up this, Ryan, and show this where this is pointing out to be. Right here is where it says you need to pay attention. Near Myers Processing. Approaching location, a storm capable of producing a tornado is approaching Myers Processing. This is rated a 4 out of 10. So this is coming, I would assume this is what we're watching here that's coming across here that they're saying that could. Now again, let me back up and tell you this is not a warned area for a tornado. This is just the radar saying that it could happen. We want to give you as much advance warning as we can.
See some comments, people wanting to post pictures. If you will, just send that through Messenger to the Scotty Ray Report, and we'll get those posted later. So.
Yes, we'll get those up as soon as we can. Pay attention here. City of Newton. I'm just, every time I look at all of this, these winds, and there's so much going on in Newton County right now. We have 4 different shear winds and expecting some severe weather right along in here. Turkey Creek, just north of you, it is cutting up. Look at this. All the way over here at Conahatta. Turkey Creek, just north of you, is some of that wind. This is if you live there in Decatur, there's a subdivision there. This is just due west of you. As we show here, let's zoom in on this, Ryan, and take a closer look at what we got, where this is. This is a pond, is what that is right there. Scanton Road.
Hope there's nobody in a John boat on that little pond.
Yeah, it's not the day to do that, is it? But a lot of weather going on in Newton County. And again, let me stress that we only have a severe thunderstorm warning for the county, but we do have these storms that are capable of doing a lot of damage, even though it is just a severe thunderstorm. We've seen damage all the way back towards Jackson and those areas tonight.
Those storms are making their way here. They're between Jackson and Forest now, so...
We have
Forest at the front line, so it'll be here before we know it.
Another severe thunderstorm warning until 7:15 as we watch this in Jasper County. Any folks watching from Jasper County? This one does take in down around the lake as we come across right there. Lake Edens. All of this, and then, as you well know, this is going to cross into Clark County.
That is for Jasper and Jones until 7:15, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, let's go back up here in Lauderdale County. And as this hovers, and this has expired, but we still do have some shear wind still here in the county. 68 miles an hour as it cuts across, making its way to that Bama line. Let me refresh this. This is probably already crossed, and they just did a radar update, but we'll do a hard set on that. Right there, those winds are strong. Most of the rain has exited the county and making its way right on toward York, Alabama, in these areas here. Livingston, you've got some showers there. Epps, Alabama, y'all are going to get some of this all the way. There's Epps right there, all of that area. Getting some pretty serious weather. Here's Livingston, University of West Alabama. Kemper at this point, one of the few counties that we've got here in this region that doesn't have a lot of rain right now, some light stuff. Neshoba County getting it now from the hospital due south down Highway 15.
See a report there in the comments, power being out in Forest. That would make sense with the wind we're seeing on radar. So,
yeah, Clay Young from Young Farm sent a video of the storm passing over his farm there. That's wild. we'll get some of these up here in just a little bit. Kewanee still getting heavy rain there, Jeff says. A lot of thunder in Causeyville we're seeing. All right, let me see here. Radar is telling us at Little Rock, right around the post office, be ready that hail is approaching that area very shortly. All right, let's back out. Let's take a closer look at what we've got. If we put up an X here, here's Lauderdale County. Here's Quitman. All of this is moving to the northeast. None of this is over anytime soon. We're going to get more of this back to back as one warning expires, another one will begin.
Yep. Yeah, you can see how it's kind of got that northeast to southwest slant of that line. So it's gonna be a while when it gets here. It's gonna hang with us for a little bit.
It is. We're hoping all of this comes to pass before too long. But I think we've got till at least 11 o'clock of some severe weather happening. Heavy thunder in Philadelphia, Victoria says. Thanks, Victoria, for the update there. Fisher Road, Chastity tells us out there, 0 area. Fisher Road, pretty rough weather there. Snell community had golf ball size hail. Teresa, thank you for letting us know there. Power blinking and large hail, Gina says, there in the Decatur area.
National Weather Service has upgraded the parameters of that Newton-Jasper severe warning to considerable chance for 70-mile-per-hour winds and 2-inch hail. So,
whoa. So, y'all heard it here from Ryan.
That's right.
Not a good day to leave your lawn furniture out. And with all seriousness, as we say that, garbage cans will leave you.
That's right. Yep. You'll be finding dents and dings. Hopefully, your roof of your car won't look like a golf ball in the morning.
That's right. All right, let's. We had some questions about Sebastopol there. Right here said Sebastopol. As you can tell, it's heavy rain there and it's had a lot of lightning. But the worst is east and to the southeast of you. So it's going to be breaking. It's not, the rain is going to continue there in Sebastopol, but the intensity, not what it is east of you into Newton County or into Neshoba County. We are starting to show showers, pretty heavy rain around Pearl River Resort now, the Neshoba County Fairgrounds. You might not be able to see the end of your porch if you're out there for any reason tonight. Dixon, heavy. And then this area here at Union, right there at the gas stations, it's pouring rain all the way up right there to Neshoba Baptist.
Take a look at your power outage map. We're seeing outages reported Decatur area.
Right,
several others. Newton Conehatta Road, Pleasant Valley.
All right, let's refresh this. A lot of power outages there in Newton County. All in that area there, sitting in the dark.
Sitting in the dark, listening to Scotty Ray.
What a great way to spend the afternoon, isn't it?
That's right.
But
That's right.
there's one thing about it. We'll keep you safe. We'll let you know where all this weather is into relation to where you live. As we're showing here, Carthage, about 5 people. Let me refresh this one. 1,500 folks. Forest.
Wow.
That's a heap. That was a big storm that rolled through there. And again, that's what's making its way towards this area here. It has knocked down some trees. I would imagine they're having to cut up.
National Weather Service has just issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Clark, Kemper, and Lauderdale until 8 p.m. Radar indicates 2-inch size hail and 70-mile-per-hour winds.
Yep, there it is right there. As it starts there just north of Quitman and goes all the way up through Lauderdale into Kemper. Now, Ryan, do you see this right here on radar? That is a very serious line that is making its way across Newton County.
That is. Our friends up in the Collinsville area, northwestern part of Lauderdale County, need to be looking out. It'll be coming to you soon. But friends in Newton, watch out.
Yeah, let's get some roads on this. If we're and I say this when we show these, I would even though this is thunderstorms, I'd go to my shelter in these areas now. East of, all right, here's the red goat. As we go up here on 503, this is going to be out on a pine tree here. We got heavy wind there. And all this is going to be east. This is Little Rock Decatur Road. Let's go in here and see what we've got as we get close on here. This is going to be HB Road. Isn't that what that says? HR Road.
HB.
It's HB, like I said first? Okay. This is Adolph Road. These areas right there, this is fast approaching Blackwell Road. If you live on Blackwell Road, take your shelter now. That's 81-mile-an-hour shear winds. Again, I know I repeat myself. This doesn't mean that it's on the ground. It means that it has the potential to do that. It's in the air above and could at any time cause thunderstorm damage to your home, your barn, whatever you've got in those areas. All right, let's zoom up here and take a look here. Here's Highway 494. We got two areas due south of 494. Right here is the Little Rock Post Office. We go due south of there, Ryan, and we come up here and we jump on Midway Beulah Hubbard Road. Right there. We got winds on it right at 70 miles an hour, which will be crossing Hickory Little Rock Road. Jesse Dean Road, that area there. All right, on the eastern side, here's Duffy Church. Right there is the Hopewell Church. As we get right over here on Hopewell Road, just off of that road in between there and 494, more wind shears of about 70 miles an hour. And again, that can pop a power line quickly and cause a lot of damage. And we've got two more as we go up. And look at this. This line that is moving across Newton County is very serious. 58-mile-an-hour shear winds, and this one also has about 70, and this is headed toward Highway 19, that junction there where 494 runs back into it. A lot of action tonight in Newton County as we glance across this. The west side has got all the rain. It is moving easterly, as you'll notice here. And let's just point this out here as this makes its way toward Lauderdale County. Anywhere from the area in the next few moments that we want to watch is going to be from Collinsville north, that West Lauderdale area in there. It's coming across there into southwest Kemper.
Give a Clark Jasper update, if you will.
Okay.
I do see reports of an 18-wheeler accident, mile marker 103. So
that's going to be down on 59. Or is that or we get back into Newton County?
I think that's in Newton County.
Yeah, that would be going straight across Newton County, that 18-wheeler. Matter of fact, I can see it. I'll tell you, that's mile marker 103.
That is what it says.
All right, hang on here.
We definitely appreciate all of the reports we're getting here in the comments. You're our eyes and ears. We can see what the radar's saying, but we appreciate the comments letting us know what you're seeing.
That's going to be really close to Lawrence is where that's going to be. 103 right there at Lawrence is where that wreck is there in Newton County. So that's all right, let's go back down here. And we wanted to talk about what's going on in Clark County.
Yes, sir.
All right, we need to also come back up here. Clark County, you're getting ready to be pounded again. This is going to be coming out of Jasper County down in the Heidelberg area. This is going to be making its way. Jay's Taxidermy heads up to y'all. Also right here at Harmony, Highway 18. This is going to be coming across the county out of Heidelberg, Pachuta, Lake Edens. Lots and lots of rain, even right there at the Pachuta Post Office. In the next few moments, I know it's raining there now, but it's going to be worse as we got some shear winds making its way toward Clark County. A lot there. Now let's look here. As we look at all this around Livingston, Alabama, a lot of wind and a lot of rain that we've got here. Cuba, Alabama, pouring rain. As we get up here, all this area around Epps, Bolagie. Some of the most serious weather that we've had in a while. And again, so far we have been beyond blessed as we look at this round of no tornado warnings issued. And I want to do this as we always do every few minutes. Let me back out and double check that no tornado warnings have been issued that we're not aware of. We're still watching this one here in Alabama.
That's the only one.
Yeah, that's it. But Newton County, Y'all need to really, really watch your back there in Newton, Neshoba, and Lauderdale County. Right there is what we want to watch. Serious weather. We got weather there. Let's go to southern Newton County.
Getting reports of major lightning strikes there in the Martin area
Martin.
now. So Mr. January sent that in.
Oh, did he?
We did.
He was taking pictures for the fireman's calendar.
He was.
Martin Day. All right, right here at Garlandville, right there, we've got 70-mile-an-hour shear winds. Again, these can be in the air. Let's go southeast of, as we were talking about, this area right around here near Myers Processing. Twisting storms moving through that area. 58-mile-an-hour shear winds. That's a 1-mile path there. This is This is Highway 503. This is Highway 15 in between. You see that just pop up there? Another one.
Wow.
Below Turkey Creek, we got a storm that's going to be making its way directly toward the school. It will be in Decatur in 9 minutes. If you live in Decatur, be ready. There's another storm headed your direction. We're right on the Lauderdale County line now. Kemper County getting some of this stuff. Let's look at what we've got. 81-mile-an-hour shear winds on this one. Right here on, this is going to be Chunky Duffy Road, if I'm not mistaken, where it joins in, yeah. Right there, we've got 70-mile-an-hour shear winds. As we move up just north of the volunteer fire department there at Duffy, 68, 58. Then right here on the county line, here's Highway 494. If we follow this up, let's look at this. This is going to be Rocky Ridge Road, as far west in Lauderdale County as you can get. If you live on that road, keep your eyes peeled. 70-mile-an-hour shear winds at the end of that, right in there. And this will, of course, make its way back toward 19 in the next little bit. Now, the heavy rain has not yet hit Lauderdale County, but it is making its way. Let's look at this in Kemper County. We got our first little swirly swirl happening in Kemper. As we look here, 58-mile-an-hour shear winds down here in that southwest corner. Here's House. That's Highway 491 that we're looking at there. All of this is, as you'll look at the bullseye there, New Hope Volunteer Fire Department there, crossing Highway 493 will get this. Okay, we got a huge hail path that is headed across Lauderdale County toward Kemper County. Downtown DeKalb basically is where that's headed, Ron.
Yep.
Damascus, you'll have this in 12 minutes. Klondike in 15 minutes. Liberty within 16 minutes. Mount Nebo within 22 minutes you will have this. And this is huge hail. We don't want to fool anybody. We want you to be well aware of what's coming. Park, hide, and do what you got to. 494, the junction there at Chunky Duffy. 70-mile-an-hour shear winds right there on 494. Here's the Pig. This is all northwest of there. So, and again, if you live Chamberville, these areas, heads up. It would not hurt. I know that you're thinking, oh, this is a thunderstorm warning. I have nothing to worry about. They can be dangerous as well.
I just talked to somebody in Chamberville, said it is picking up there right now. So,
let's see. As we look here, let's go back up. Scary Calm off 496 in the Linton area. Miss Campbell, how you doing? Hail is all over the Newton area right now. Thank you for letting us know that.
National Weather Service, this is interesting. You were seeing all the sheer winds. They're commenting on that, saying seeing signs of very strong wind from Duffy, Collinsville area down through Chunky to near Rose Hill.
Wow.
What a line.
That is a big line. Big thank you to Jim and Diane Harris joining us tonight. We appreciate y'all doing that. Sheila Radcliffe, you need to join us also. They're telling you to watch. All right, let's go.
She'll have to show Rad how to get on the internet.
Yeah, I was telling Miss Madison in the background I needed to borrow a charger. This radar has been eating up my phone. If y'all can hear that, it's just draining it. It's so much going on.
Madison is behind the scenes. She'll get you food, drink, whatever you need.
Really?
And do it with a smile.
There you go.
Anybody knows that's not true.
See power flickering, Collinsville area.
Now that you brought that up, let's go back and check power outages again. Let's check local and then let's check state. All of this is helpful to everybody in the state of Mississippi when we know this. Now let's turn this off where we can see. Lauderdale County, this is nasty. Newton County, that is very, very nasty. All right, let's go here and check out EMEPA has been very fortunate so far for no major outages. Still 35 people without power in Clark County on EMEPA as we come across. We go back. Let's check the state. Let's refresh this and do it county overall views. As we look here, Newton County now has 924 people without power. That's pretty strong. As we look at Scott County, 2,300 people without power. Lauderdale, we're still good. Kemper, everybody's on. 7 people in Neshoba County without power. As we get into Leake, there's 8 people. Neshoba, only 7. And we get into Winston County, everybody's got power. But again, as we get back over here, 10,000 people are without power in Hinds County right now. A chunk of people without power. 3,200 in Warren County, that's Vicksburg. Sharkey County, 800, and then only 1 there in Issaquena County. But so it's been a heavy power hit tonight. Across the state of Mississippi, there's roughly 25,000 people without power at this given moment as we watch this tonight. Again, it's been a long time since I've seen radar look the way it does now at the Newton-Lauderdale County line. If you live in eastern Newton County, seek shelter now. Let's don't worry about if there's a tornado warning or whatever. This is a severe thunderstorm warning with lots of powerful wind and hail involved in it, and I want y'all safe. Same goes for if you live in western Lauderdale County. Let's go ahead and do this because you know as well as I do, radars sometimes don't pick up everything. And as we've said before, over here in Jackson, there's some issues with blockages, and it may not pick up everything. All right, let's get back into Lauderdale County. Getting serious here, Ron, as we see this as our latest update. Let's go here, right past Tyson's, right past his shop there as you go down West Lauderdale Road. And this is going to be right where Oakdale Church is. There on Hamrick Road, we got some shear winds of about 81 miles an hour. This can do a lot of damage to your sheds that you've got out back. If you live in that area, y'all pay attention. This is just due west of Oak Tibby, right there.
Go out 494 around Magnolia Lake subdivision. Getting reports. I don't know if that was a storm or maybe some straight line winds around Sharp Road. We just got a message said they had something go over their place there. So may just be the front of that.
Sharp, right here's Sharp Memorial Church, yeah. Chamberville.
It's north of there.
Chamberville Lake. Here's Sharp Road right there. Right in that area there. Yeah, this would have come over these storms right here.
The storm there we're talking about. So.
And this has moved again across Highway 19. We want y'all to. Here's West Lauderdale School. Here's the Pig. Now, of course, we got a lot of churches right through there. Let's look at this. Twiddly Branch through the bushes there and these pine trees, and this is hovering somewhere right around. Let's look at this.
Do see reports of trees down in Little Rock area. It may not be tornado, but these straight line winds or these strength winds can definitely cause as much damage.
Yeah, absolutely. That Twiddly Branch in between there and right up here in between there and Hit Lane. I want y'all to look at this. That's serious wind. This is going to be coming across here northeasterly. There's Hamrick Road. Here's where Oak Tibby is. Serious storm there back on Highway 494. Here's Freeman Tractor as we look at this. And this right here is going to be Old Highway 494 where Wildcat Road runs into that. We got some shear winds popping up right there that are right at 69 mile an hour shear winds involved with that. Now, here's something of bigger concern that we need to look at is this has just popped up on Highway 494.
Got power out west of 494 in Lauderdale County.
That's it right there of what just popped up here. On a scale of 1 to 10, this is a 4.2 that could turn into some tornadic activity as we look at this on radar. And let's zoom in on this so everybody will see where this is and where it's going. We want you in your safe place if you live in this area here. Let me close this so I can read this a little bit better. Wide storm, this is 494. No road name there. All right, this is Marshall Beeman Road right here. And this is going to cross Marshall Beeman Road as we see that. Pleasant Ridge Road, if you live in these areas here in this circle.
National Weather Service has just issued a new severe thunderstorm warning for Clark County until 7:45.
7:45, glad we got that. Now again, we want you, if you're here in the Collinsville area, seek your shelter now. Let's get to a safe place and watch this anywhere. Chambersville, all of this area, the roads there in front of the Piggly Wiggly, across in that area toward Oak Tibby. Anywhere 494, Highway 19 in these areas. We've got another huge hail storm that is due north of there. Serious beyond all seriousness as we've got moving through the county, and that was kind of loud, wasn't it?
Seeing lots of reports from our friends in Collinsville, Newton Inn Road, northwestern part of the county, Lauderdale County. Without power.
Without power?
That's right.
Now, we're on generator, and it's supposed to grab. If we have a blink for a second or two, it shouldn't take more than 30 seconds for it to fire back up. If for some reason we get knocked off, internet is killed, we've got a backup on that. It'll take just a moment for us to get all of that fired up in case something goes wrong there. Let's look at this. This wind shear has picked up here. I want everybody to be aware of what we've got here. This is just east of Highway 19. Right there. That's 91-mile-an-hour shear winds. And we're looking at Twiddly Branch Road. That right there. This is Old Highway 19. Oak Tibby Dam Road, just north of there. We got two areas there, one at 81, one at 91. And that is shear winds. And again, it doesn't mean that it's on the ground, but it sure means that it could have some damage there. This is one of our biggest concerns that we're watching right there. This is a critical path of a storm that will be at Shucktown in 13 minutes. Will be at Collinsville. So if you live in Collinsville, anywhere there, Lake Ross Collins, it will be there within 5 minutes. Seek shelter. Don't wait around. Anywhere around that area there in Collinsville, Chambersville, as we get into Lake Ross Collins, make sure there. Snowden Hills, that's another subdivision that is right in that area.
Yeah, and we're talking about what's happening in Lauderdale County, but this storm is still in Newton County. Oakland community, around Hickory, Little Rock area. Power is out on Chapel Hill Road. This is a wide swath.
It is. Now, we'll briefly go down here as we watch this. I want y'all, as you mentioned, Clark County. Let's just show this so y'all can see what's happening to Lauderdale County now. Hail, and more hail is coming. Same thing here in southwestern Clark County. We want you to be aware of what's coming along there. This is going to be in Quitman within 14 minutes. So if you're watching here, all of this stuff coming from Heidelberg, it is headed toward Quitman. Be there in 14 minutes with lots of hail. Okay, now this is moved. Let's go back up here. This is right on top of Lake Okeechobee.
Yeah, so our friends in Chamberville, just like Sharp Road, everybody's dark in the northwest part of the Lauderdale County. So,
all right. This will reach the Center Hill community, what we're looking at right here. If you live anywhere near Fellowship Baptist Church in these areas, if you've got hallways and things, if you've got a shelter, get to it away from windows as it comes across. Again, let me stress that this is not a tornado warning. I'm just telling you, as we rate these, this can be a very, very powerful storm that this radar, when they change it from the swirls to this, it reaches a new caliber, and that's what we're looking at. And it will be at Center Hill and Obadiah within about 6 to 8 minutes. Those areas there need to seek shelter now.
I sure saw lightning strike like a minute ago over there, like
Yeah.
it looked like it touched.
Tim Weed, I see that your power's out. Tracy's going to expect you to get out there with that generator and get it going.
There you go. Let's
Need that
check.
AC running.
as we update here, we got this is what you were looking at right here without power. Collinsville. This is what just rolled through there. All that wind that we've been tracking there, that line where I said you need to seek shelter. That's where it just come through and knocked out. What is that? 500 and something people there.
Yeah, Meehan way down there. Is that? Well, it's not.
Yeah, we got about 100 people in that area without power. But that's what's going on out in the Collinsville area. Let's go back to radar, and this backs up